Please mind the interruption and the new set and studio and all that good stuff. And do not adjust your phone, tablet, or smart device. This is simply a promotion from the future coming to you in the past. So yeah, you're watching Session 6 right now, and you might be wondering, where are we, what are we doing, what the fuck is happening, especially since this doesn't match the thumbnail. Well, as we talked about in the last video, we decided to use a self-promotion tab on our Discord to help promote guys that are either creating content or doing charities, fundraisers, different ways to support you guys for supporting us. And there's no better person to help support than our dear friend Pomp. They're a wonderful artist who is just constantly blowing us away with the stuff that they make. So we thought it'd be a great way to give back to them, especially right now when they are in a bit of a tight financial situation and are looking to do commissions. So if you are in fact interested in taking them up on commissions, we will be linking their card in the description below. It's going to be just, right there on the bottom. And you can find them at Almond Arcade on Twitter. That is one word, at Almond Arcade.
We'll throw
Twitter.
it up on Instagram as well.
We'll set it. You're making Vince's job even harder now. You're gonna make him put something in like our hand.
I will. I'll do it.
He'll do it. But yeah, that is our friend Pomp. We love them to death. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Let's get into it, but with not a recap. Lock day. You.
Whom?
You. You and your mentor. The automaton divine creation known as Xavier Gemplate have begun making your way through the afternoon bustle of the common district. A pretty average standard city environment that you've grown accustomed to your whole life. Active trades going on throughout the town, like scene. Most of it feels like a just common storefront, but just layered upon buildings, stacks on stacks. Not much of the homeless problem nor impoverished issues affect this area, as it's been more contained to a more familiar district in your liking. With each step Xavier takes, there's a sort of like clattering of like plate under his foot, just as you're in the middle of this conversation, you hear Xavier, he just goes, "You're nervous. You seem nervous, trust me. I don't even have a nose, but I can smell it on you. You are far too nervous for this. Did I ever tell you what my task was before my oath?"
No.
Well, it was nothing. I was born into it, so I couldn't possibly imagine what you're feeling right now. He kind of notices, like, you are just, like, fucking sweating bullets, and he just kind of nudged you on the shoulder. "But I know that you're my ward, soon to be your own paladin, so whatever you're up against, it won't stand a chance. Damatar created me, and in essence, I helped create the you that you are now. You've been sharpened against the finest steel, provided the wisest of minds, shined amongst glistening gold," and like you see he's like really pumped up and his fist is up. He's even stood in the middle of the walkway as one guy kind of like nudges past, "Get the fuck out of my way." "My apologies, friend, my apologies." And as he kind of puts his hand proudly against his chest, his monologue's cut short as an envelope, soft pink with a silver bow, materializes directly in front of you, just kind of floating. Your name, emblazoned in gilded lettering, right on the front.
Well, I guess this is for me.
You feel the clasp of the metal of your shoulder as you begin to read it. Xavier kind of following, and he just kind of goes, "You're ready." And with that, let's get back into our recap. Savant, Dieter, and Kavix, upon meeting one another by the smoldering village of Cinderwood, a mutual partnership has become. One in which Kavix, you would act as a sort of escort in this vast and expansive countryside, as these two gentlemen began their descent home after about 80 years away. You have found your journey to experience certain delays due to the unexpected blockades formed through most roads and passageways due to the acts of a wanted criminal, a former monster hunter named Vane. Your travels took you to the retired homes of Heroes Village, for Oakensville, where you were provided menial supplies to continue on your journey. Additionally, for aiding the local farmhand ranger Genevieve, her fathers gifted your party with a lovely horse named Precious, promptly renamed to Precious Lady, and tipped off that perhaps the mayor could provide you with a cart for her to draw. You all set out towards the town hall to acquire the cart, unaware that you were being pursued by a disguised Vane. Whilst inside the tavern, it was Kavix, a depth scent, that alerted him that the woman inside wasn't who she all appeared to be. As the facade fell, Vane found herself and as well as her associate in a difficult position, one in which she had to call upon the aid of this infernal adversary. This adversary revealed herself to be a nature devil by the name of Evelyn, who had formed a symbiotic relationship with Vane in the Konigwald. There was a breach between the wilderness region and civilization, leading to the spread of more aggressive creatures. To make matters worse, Vane was blamed for a crime she did not commit. Evelyn requested to join you all only due to your paths aligning, but also to gain more insight into the strange nature of Spawn. Although it would be difficult traveling with a wanted criminal, you began to gather the remainder of your supplies and ready yourselves to pass through Pheydross on your way back to Oberhaven and the breach that lies ahead. Alright, so you guys got a lot of busy work. Savant, you're currently quite literally rebuilding a carriage. You've kind of gathered with the supplies you have and the time allocated. This is just going to be practically building one from scratch. Like, you are taking apart molded chunks of the wood, putting on brand new ones. This is a very tedious and delicate process, but it's going pretty well. You took a solid amount of time getting the resources last session, and now you're finally kind of putting it to work. If I'm not mistaken, Kavix, you were actually heading to get your boat, but you were also kind of walking with Vane towards the actual streams and river area that it blocks off between Town Hall and Oakensville. Dieter, what are you doing at the moment? If I'm not mistaken, I think you actually went back inside for a drink.
Yes.
Okay.
So they were dealing with the murderer. So I just went back inside. I guess I'm gonna eat drink.
All right. So who would like to tend to their work first?
Oh, okay. I guess I will. Alright. I would like to... How much time is it to kill? Like, roughly.
You know,
in your estimate.
so you have gathered that it's going to take Kavix maybe 3 hours, kind of just going to the shoreline, grabbing the boat, and coming back. If he's fast about it, like if he just kind of sprints, 4 hours at most. So just go grab the boat, come back. Simple as that. That will be about the same time for Savant to kind of get a
Build everything.
cart, kind of prepare, because most of the time that Savant had spent was literally getting resources. Now he's actually putting it together, and Vane was merely cleaning up, unless Vane had anything else that she had wished to do.
No.
Okay.
I get clean.
4 hour fucking bath.
Wash off that blood.
Horse blood.
Hell yeah.
How far away is the library? Was it?
It was back in Oakensville. It's about 2 hours away. So I mean, if you follow Kavix, you might have a bit of time, but I mean, not nearly as much as you would hope. Well, it depends. You could always ask.
No.
Okay.
It's too far. It's too far. In that case, I'm chilling. I have nothing to do besides AFK. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna run over to where Savant is building the. I'm just gonna sit down.
Okay.
I'll take out Croats and play with him.
Oh, okay. So you're playing with Crow as Savant is laboring away on the cart. Savant, what is your process looking like right now? Like, are you trying to make like a Oregon Trail style cart? Are you just trying to make like a trader's vessel? Like, it has to be big enough for Kavix's boat to somewhat fit into it. So it has to be somewhat large. So what are you going for on this?
I'm kind of imagining just like a big truck, like a truck bed, whatever, and big and flat and like kind of open.
Do you have like also like a seat for like sitting in the front, like with the reins, and then like behind it is like okay, so that's pretty cool. At this point, you've made like the flat end of like the actual like frame of it. So you've made like that layer right there, and you're putting up like the supports and like the walls of the carriage. You actually just went through the process of pulling off the rotted wood of the walls and are now kind of putting up new ones that are holding pretty well. Like you kind of test it by simply like trying to pull it out, and it's doing pretty well. Since you don't have a hammer, for the most part, you're having to use like the blunt end of like your axe to like kind of nail it into place with the remaining like bend. You're really having to be resourceful on this one, like quite literally using nails from the original like design of the cart and then putting them back in, hoping that it will stay. But it looks like it. Kavix, was there anything you wanted to do before you headed back into Oakensville?
No, not really. There's nothing of interest for Kavix here,
Okay.
really.
Yeah, so Kavix, you start making your way to Oakensville, and Vane, you approach this restful stream in front of you. Kavix has already kind of made his way pretty well off towards Oakensville. The rest of the party are kind of working on the carriage itself. And as you approach this sort of river, It's clear enough not only to see through the shallow stones and dirt beneath it, but also clear enough for you just to see a reflection. Your usually tidy, well-kept hair is now just sprung out into a wild mess. Dried viscera is still like stained against what you once had respectable hunter's garb. You're just covered in grime and dirt. The water itself is about knee deep. So for the most part, it will like kind of help clean you up and kind of be a solid refresher.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off the top piece of my hunter's garb and do a little dousing.
Got you. So you start dousing and like kind of scrubbing it out, and you feel like as you're kind of using your palm to get it out, like small like thorn-like barbs kind of like extend from your palm and just kind of begin like scraping against the leather-bound like armor plate of your actual like chest piece, making it so much easier for you to like kind of get these stains and get this lingering viscera out from the actual like fabric. And in your head you hear Evelyn just kind of go, "You can thank me later, darling. Believe me, you would have been at it for far too long if it wasn't for me."
Okay.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna save that spice for later. Vane's gonna respond with, thanks, this might be the only moment of rest we'll get. I have a feeling.
Well, to be honest, I don't really get moments of rest. Even when you're asleep, someone's got to keep you safe.
I can take care of myself while I'm conscious.
Oh, of course. Conscious, you're well-equipped, but unconscious, you're vulnerable. You're like a little baby.
You know, I won't fight you on this. No, I won't fight you on this. Yeah.
But you might have to fight something. Vane, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh, come on! Hold on, I'm also holding Darla, and she's like licking me. Darla's tongue.
I thought you were like talking about a crossbow, and I'm like, damn, that's a cool crossbow name. I like that, Darla.
Yeah, I'll name my crossbow Darla.
Oh, that's epic. Canonically, the crossbow's name is Darla. Don't know how we got there, but I'll take it. That's cool.
So give it to me straight. What if I rolled really shit?
Really good or really bad?
Really bad, like really shit.
What was your roll?
I rolled a 2, but I have a +4 to dexterity.
That's not terrible, but you are grappled as
alligator.
your reflection in the water quivers, starting to slowly bubble and dissolving into the reflection of a reptilian-like face. From the water lurches this flowing construct of ethereal water. What initially appears to be some sort of light gray dragonborn seems to have a faint blue tint to their scales, dark shallow bags underneath its eyes. And as you kind of look around its neck, you see these very vibrant streaked black marks around it, almost like it had been choking on something. This is reaffirmed as you suddenly see, also Kavix, wee! As you kind of hear its like gargled voice. Where is the pawn behind my demise? Kind of looking around, like grabbing at your throat. You just watch as it kind of inhales on you. Your stench reeks of him. Where is he? I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative, Vane.
Hey, hold on.
Alright, I'm rolling.
Well, actually, technically, Dieter and Savant. What's your passive perceptions on this? Dieter and Savant, what's your guys' passive perceptions? Kavix, you're far as fuck right now, unfortunately, but they are outside the building. It is possible.
14.
14?
Be insane.
Savant, yours is 13? Funny enough, we just got there. Dieter, you noticed this, but Savant, you're too, like, engrossed in, like, the craft. So, yeah, Dieter,
having a fucking hammer.
you hear, like, a splash, and you think, like, maybe, like, Vane fell in, and, like, you see, like, Vane, like, being grabbed by, like, a dragonborn, and just being strangled.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay,
so let's get the initiative order really quick. So, Vane, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 23.
23. Okay, so Vane is 23. Dietrich, what you looking at?
8.
Savant, what are you looking at?
Oh, okay.
That was
Let's
so
get you
fun
in
to
here,
watch.
because I assume Dietrich's probably going to tell you.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
12.
Okay.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I guess one wasted turn.
Okay, so, Vane, top of the round, you are currently grappled. Oh, I get to use rings! I miss this so much!
Dude, we're gone for a month, and then he whips out this crazy ass voice. I've never heard that Israel.
Oh, dude,
That's
I'm
good.
telling you, I've been working on this session for a fat moment.
What's candy?
It's been a month.
It's been a month?
Hi, Darla. Darla. Darla.
So they're still doing stuff. You wanna go?
Oh my God.
It's been too long. Okay, so you're only grappled at the moment. Oh my god, I have to remember everything. God, okay, so movement speed is 0. G. Oh, that's so smart too. G. Okay, so that's that. Let me move this because no, it's blocking it. I think it just like limits your mobility and such. So let me do this. 0. Incapacitated ends. Condition ends if they're also grappled or if they're separated. Okay, so you just have a speed of 0. You can't get away. You're currently grappled, and you feel like not only are they like tendrils around your neck, like these overextended draconian claws around your throat, but they're like constantly swirling, almost like a stream of water around you. All right.
Shit.
So, Vane, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm breaking grapple.
All right. Give me a acrobatics or athletics check to break out the grapple.
Acrobatics.
I would hope, because your athletics is kind of poop.
Rue.
I'm gonna use witch violence.
Darla, please. I'm trying to play D&D. 24.
24 will absolutely do it. How would you describe Vane breaks out of this grapple?
Quick flaps.
Vane is going to pry the hand, like the tendril hands from their neck, and use their legs to kind of kick off them to jump back away from them.
Okay, so you managed to do that. So you break the grapple. Let me double check really quick to see what it will take in terms of action or bonus action.
I've seen that one, but it's like his body go like shakes his thighs.
I think that's just an action. So your action's been used to break out. You have your bonus action, you have your movement. So you can still move. This creature will get an attack opportunity on you, though.
Is my, like, do I have my crossbows on my person, or do I have to, like, grab them from my kit or, like, bags?
I will say that you will probably have a hand crossbow on you, but you don't have your heavy. Your heavy you probably left, like, close by, realistically speaking. But you always stay strapped. I will say that. I don't believe that you would probably... I would like to think that Vane doesn't bathe with a full heavy crossbow. Hey, safe to assume, but also I couldn't assume.
I mean, you're pretty right on it.
Yeah, I mean, but like, you have the gatto, you got a hand crossbow. So, what would you like to do?
I am gonna go and dash towards my crossbow.
Dashing would be an action. So you have your bonus action, you have your movement.
Not my bonus. Okay, so for my bonus action. For my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my use my blood curse.
Okay. Ooh.
What is the blood curse that I have?
Let
on
me.
for-
That is such a good question. I am so glad. Because someone passed me the player binder so that way I can take a look at Vane's physical character sheet. Player binder? Oh god, who has the player binder?
Like 100 miles away.
Oh no, where'd it go?
There you go. See the player binder over there?
The player binder
Oh.
that had the.
Oh yeah, I got it right.
Player binder.
Hold up.
There's like a billion binders.
Player binder.
That one over there?
Not on
I got it.
I have a billion binders. Okay, so Vane has the following blood curse. You have blood curse.
Three.
I'm not saying a blood curse. I see your crimson right. I don't think you get blood curse until next level. You have right of a storm.
You wasted.
So you could blood right as your bonus action, dealing a d4 to yourself to proc your hand crossbow.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, roll that d4. Take the little damage as you pull out one of the bolts. What does it look like when you get your hand crossbow? Do you just like stab yourself, or do you like do something extra spicy with that?
To activate that ability, anything to call upon those abilities, I'm gonna assume, like a shadowy palm kind of creeps up into Vane's palm, and you just see like long nails jab into their hand and kind of scratch.
Ooh, I like that.
And it like you see the blood kind of drip down on it, and then they take with that blooded hand, they take the crossbow out. And then you see the weapon glow and emanate from that kind of blood.
I like that. I like that. It's even like kind of streaked along the sides of it, and the streaks itself go from like a liquid, like flowing blood to like literal lightning crackling off it. Okay, so that's your bonus action. You still have your movement. Moving will get an attack opportunity from the creature. So would you like to remain where you are, or would you like to move?
I would disengage, but that is an action.
Correct.
No. I will just sit.
Alright, so as you proc the lightning, you watch as the spiritual form lumbers toward you. It has this strange way of kind of like each step it takes just crashes into the water while still kind of shifting with it as its cloak almost flows perfectly with the stream itself. It just kind of looks at you, and it lifts its snout up once again and just... Tell me where he is. And with that, he takes one just kind of violent slash right across your face. Oh, that's it. 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
14, as it goes to slash you, immediately just kind of back up out of the way as just... And you just feel like a gentle mist of water splash across your face. That will end its turn. Savant. You kind of like pick up Dietrich. How would you probably get Savant's attention in this situation? Because you're the one who initially noticed this.
I turn around. I'd see our new friend companion getting dicked on by a water dragon. I'd be like, "Oh, scheiße!"
So
I stand up real quick. I just yell, "What the? What is that?
What's happening?
It's like Wasser. Look at the water.
The fuck? What?
Was machen Sie?
What?
What is that?
I don't know.
Kill it!"
Okay.
Savant, what are you doing, buddy?
Is he within 30 feet of me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I mean, you have movement, so you can move
Yeah,
like...
you're right.
Yeah, so that's within... I'll say that's 30 feet right there.
Cursed.
Course, you're coursing this man?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet. Okay, let me get the course. What does it look like when you curse this motherfucker?
They die.
I'll be like ugly. I'm gonna point at him, and then just like kind of like a black ink kind of like energy goes through the air,
Okay.
and then it just like hits his chest, and it kind of just like seeps in for a second.
It's almost like watercolor paint, so when it hits his chest, you watch for a second, it almost looks like it dissolves, but then immediately begins to spread to the surface. It just plumes out towards its chest. It's almost like this central target as several tendrils expand towards its elbow, towards its ribs. Like, it's quite literally like an X marks the spot situation. You know where he is. As it strikes it, the creature kind of turns its head. Yeah. It recognizes you, and it's pissed.
Do I recognize it?
Give me an insight check, and go ahead. You can roll your memory die.
It works in the criminal.
Your cool brain die that you have when you have a that's a Raven moment. Yeah,
That?
yeah.
Okay.
You can roll that. I don't know if it's advantage or if it's a die, but you can sure
It's a
roll.
die.
Okay.
Wait, what was it?
Insight.
Oh, it hit the mug.
Reroll it. Use the tray.
Tray. Away.
Pass the tray, Vinny. Pass the tray.
This tray?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, that's next jail.
No, that's the bad. This is jail.
All right, Vinny. That's your contribution to tonight's session. You can go home now.
Thanks, Vinny.
Everyone
No.
hello? That's over here.
Here.
Oh, that's worse. Oh,
You
that's
hate
a,
to
that's
see
a
it.
7.
But you can use your thingy.
Oh yeah, right.
Your brain thingy.
Wayne.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Brain blast.
Brain blast.
Woo!
Okay. What are we looking at?
Okay. 7, 13.
although its skin is now blue, its reptilian form and its kind of general appearance, like, you know what it looks like to drown someone, and you kind of know that firsthand, especially in this case, as you look at this figure. This is the deceased remains of a silver tongue. Yes.
Oh shit! Like the manor? You did not kill some rich asshole. Siobhan! You're worse than our criminal companion.
You actually killed people.
No, I
actually
was.
murdered
Oh, was. Okay, my bad.
What?
You're not sure which one, but it was probably one of like the lower levels that you needed to like get information out of. And this was like, it was kind of like you were like waterboarding them, and then you were like,
on the other
shit.
side.
Like,
They have like a big ass
you're
man.
almost positive. You don't really remember their name, you don't remember too much about them, you just remember that they dropped. And
Okay.
here.
Okay. Also,
You still killed someone.
I'll play it. Okay, go ahead. Hit him with that play it.
it's been so long. I forgot how this.
Lord.
You roll a
You're
d20.
like shit
Wow.
down.
Well, I know that.
Add your thingy.
I am my thing.
Siobhan murked the
17.
silver.
You hit that thingy.
I hit the thing.
You roll a d8. Also, if it's a 19,
That's good enough.
it crits because of curse.
Yeah.
You also add your
Yo.
charisma to damage.
Okay.
I think. Pass the man his book.
Bonus to
Dude,
damage
player
is
book,
equal
player
to
book,
proficiency.
handbook,
No, I got it.
handbook.
Any
What
attack
do
is
all
a
of
crit.
All
Your
of them.
target dies.
Okay, so we're adding +2 to your damage roll, which is a d8.
No,
Yeah.
we're good.
I might need
9.
some more.
9.
I'm gonna keep this one. Wait, is there another one?
Nine.
No.
I've got fun.
Okay. What does it look like when you do your Eldritch Blast? Is it like coily snakes, or is it something new?
Doesn't matter.
Same thing.
Okay, so you extend your hand out and just immediately from your fingers out sprints like 5 different thin green beams of light that all converge spiraling into this jagged dart-like form of what looks like a python as it just shoots through the chest of this dragonborn and goes right into its shoulder, and you walk it down. Its hole slowly begins to refill with water once it goes in. That one's Savant's turn. Dieter, it is your turn.
Okay. Holy shit. Wolfgang Park. I'm in. I'm in the voice. I walk up. I'm going to say, okay, I've never tried this before, but I'm going to open up my coat. I'm going to take out. I open up my I'm not taking my crow.
Turtle.
Go get him.
Go get him, Ray.
Terrible.
He's just slowly opening his mouth as we're going through the air.
I open up my component pouch. I go like this, and I take out a little charred stick, and I cast a Witch Bolt at the Draken, whatever the dragon is.
As the Draken. Yeah, make a ranged ball attack.
Okay. It is concentration up to a minute.
Oh, you have concentration? I got rings! I missed this so much.
So much better. I'm 16.
16? Will hit.
Woo!
Go ahead and roll for damage. So that's a d12 of the lightning damage.
You know what? We take those.
Alright, team. German lesson. You know how I say 12 in German? It's Wolf. Die!
That's eins.
Sorry, guys.
You want to say 1 in German?
I'm. Wait, add anything to it? I don't think I do.
German.
What the fuck?
What is
One
a
D12 and I shoot
What does
German?
a Dieter Wolf Witch Bolt look like?
So basically, I was like, whip out the
Right now,
stick.
it's
I twirl it around and a little like a clock spins, and then above him the clouds above him turn back, or like the nearest cloud above him turns black. It goes back in time, and like
Oh, that's sick. Okay, right on. So like literally the
I
cloud
turn it
that
back
you
time.
focus goes through the whole process of whatever water cycle it is, whatever fables we're at.
basically you just see water go up, a
Yep.
cloud forms, it turns black.
Yeah. The actual water that was blasted off this creature immediately funnels back into the clouds and just immediately focuses. It's just a somewhat thinner witch bolt than expected, but still hits directly in the center as it. You watch the water quivers as the equivalent of like static flows through it as you see like weird lumps begin to materialize on the creature's skin as it begins to warble and move.
Perfect.
That'll end your
And
turn.
then for my movements.
Yeah, I just moved you like 10 feet closer from.
Yes, 10
for
feet
your thing.
closer and then like to the left of it.
So 5 or 10.
Like 10 more.
Yep, that's
Like
good
at an
enough.
angle.
Beautiful.
And then that is all I can do.
Meanwhile, Kavix, you do kind of like as you're just about approaching Oakensville.
Is it raining?
Like off in the distance, you just see like a purple lightning bolt just off in the distance.
Weird.
If something's wrong, I'm sure they'll handle it.
Alright. Kavix returns and everyone's dead. Vane, you're up. What would you like to do? Very nice.
What does the scene look like again down there?
So, it's still right in front of you. It's currently been marked with like a black ink stain in its chest by Savant, and then it's just been struck by the literal elements of nature by Dieter, and it's still kind of holding strong. It's looking a little lumpy, like a little bubbly, but it's still holding pretty well.
I am no man.
I send it to you.
Alrighty, let me go ahead and let's if I move away, would that give the attack of opportunity?
Correct. Unless you disengage. You disengage because you have your action now. Something stinks in here.
Let's go ahead and attack.
Okay.
I will attack with my hand crossbow.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
That's the stinkiest leg I've ever seen, bro.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh fuck yeah, 17 hits. Roll for damage. So that
Vane's doing
is
fucking damage.
your usual hand crossbow damage plus a d4 of lightning damage.
Hey, like you said, you never done that before.
And you have your hand crossbow stat, right? It's d6.
My hand crossbow. Where is it?
So that would be a d6, a d4, plus your dexterity modifier, which I believe is 4.
I rolled 1.
Hey, bro.
They get a flat 4.
I got
Fucking 1.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my. Imagine my first combat roll ever. 1. Fuck. This did more damage than my dagger.
12 damage.
12 damage, okay.
That's you're like.
As you fire out this bolt, it manages to go right into the center, like, ink-blotted mark on the chest and just pierce through the other side. As it does, you watch as the electricity crackles against its spine as it lurches the creature forward. If killing you will hurt the Reaper, so be it. As it begins to focus on Vane once again.
Oh my.
Thank God.
Was there anything else you wanted to do, Vane? You've used your action, you have not used your movement, you have not used your bonus action.
For my bonus action...
This is where Vane says I would like to rage, and then I fucking strangle them.
I would like to rage.
I would like to rage.
Get pissed.
Why are
The
we not
lizard
mad?
barbarian.
I'm so angry. I would like
I
to
don't really
rage.
have
I would like to
any
rage.
bonus.
May I please rage?
I will end my turn.
Alright. The apparition looks back at Savant and goes, "Do you even remember me? Do you remember any of them?" And just begins to slash again towards Vane.
Crazy.
Multiple.
That's a natural 20 on Vane.
I think that hits. My hit. My friend's on a crew. My friend's a badass.
That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8?
8.
Dude, I would
That's
have
you're down.
I have 8 points. I'm a tanky wizard too. I have 2.
What do you currently have, Vane, by the way? Because I didn't get what your damage was for when you blood rated yourself.
I only took 2 points of damage.
Okay, so you're at 1 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy.
Um,
It's time.
Because you blood for 2, and then it just dealt 8 damage to you, and your total is 11.
Yikes.
Ooh.
So, yeah, quite literally, the creature opts to just grab your head and just slam you, just completely lift you off your feet into the water below, managing to get a good chunk of your head directly into a rock in the water as just slams you right into it. That will end the spirit's turn. Savant, you're up. Nice.
Shit, fuck. Alright.
Wieder auf die Straße. Ich has gucken, warten wieder auf die Straße suchen.
You're good. You'll be in range.
Fuck,
You,
yeah.
you'll be in bonky range.
Oh, honking. Double-handed.
The double gluck gluck deluxe. Hit him with it. Here he goes. He's going. Whoa, natural 19. You love to see it.
Oh!
Yeah.
No. Does a 23 hit?
I mean, a 17 hit, but I don't think a 23 will. Nah, yeah, roll for damage. You're a fucking lumberjack, man.
Shiny
You.
pony there, and he finally
Damn.
gets it.
10.
10.
The model.
What you think?
10. So as you double hand it, like you like just are like Ganon stomping over to just draw your sword
I'm done.
overhead. You are done. How do you want to do this?
Oh, what?
You guys had 32 damage in 2 turns, and you asked me,
Or
you guys had 32 damage in 2 turns, and you asked me, oh wait, we killed it? Yes! You guys have like 10 of them.
I did 1 damage.
oh.
You did. I literally have the pip where it goes from 9 to 10.
I actually could have murdered it.
Oh,
Death Adder.
Death Adder, 2 hand.
And I'm gonna be like, I wanted this to stay in the past, and it is going to sink.
As you
No,
stab
I'm
into
fucking
it,
up in, like, the
you
positive
feel like your blade, and immediately the
like, hey, fuck
creature
it
reaches down, trying to
No, you
like pull it
actually-
out, looking at the center of its chest, and just goes, "Not all things will remain buried." And right when you pull it out, it just splatters. Water spreads everywhere onto the land, back into the sea, and your hunter's mark, or not hunter's mark, your Hexblade's curse slowly begins to shift away downstream.
I don't get any healing back because I didn't take any damage.
Oh no, it's not like Vayne took fucking crit damage and fucking.
Can I, like, pass it on?
Nope.
Nope. I mean, you don't have healing hands, but.
I do. Hey, come here, bitch. I don't say that.
No, double down. I do say that.
No. I'm like, come here.
Your head is still under the water vein as you kind of like are fading in and out of conscious at this like low. No, they're at 1. They're messed up as you hear in your head.
Again?
I can only
You gotta
do
do it
so
in
much
this
in
order.
your brain when it's still in one piece, darling. Don't worry. He's here to help us again. And right when she says that is right when you healing hands. How much do you healing hands pay for?
I don't know.
A number.
What is it?
Isn't it
I
5?
didn't
Don't you
know.
have 5?
I think it's 5 points.
Okay, it's 5 points.
I'll double check, but I think it's 5 points.
Level 1 SMR is 5 points.
Yeah, each level, right?
Yeah. At least it should be.
Healing. And that's the entirety of the fucking healing for the day. That's the entire party's goddamn healing. For now.
Okay, do not die. No one die.
What was the line that he said?
I'm just still
Don't be
strolling.
dying. You write it down.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Any of us?
I'll give you an autograph.
Do you remember any of them? Or some shit like that?
I choose not.
I have amnesia.
By choice.
Remain ignorant.
I don't know who you are.
Remain ignorant.
You have
Screw society. Remain ignorant. No, that's a baller line. That's a Sigma line if I've ever heard. Remain ignorant. Dude, are you a Sigma
I was
male
so
or
tempted.
Dungeon
I was so
Master?
fucking tempted just to write nice cock and just like hand it back. Nice
In one
cock. Dies.
Delicious.
Ooh.
How many points of healing do I get again?
You get 5, so you're back up to 6.
That's all we got.
Not in character. Just me.
As like a slap on the back. Do you do like what cats do and just like lift them by the scruff?
The cat hit.
You palm them.
No, I don't. I'm just gonna walk up and just be like, ooh.
A begrudging hand meets your back vein, and you regain the health. You're clean for the most part, and your noggin's mostly healed up, but yeah, you're still pretty. You're seeing stars right now. It was a pretty solid blow.
No permanent brain damage.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to do aside from gather your stuff together? What do you want to do?
Savant? Why was he talking to you like that? That's his,
can't
the
even
third ghost that has said something about you murdering them. What the? Listen, Savant, I understand that we all have our lives, but I've been awake for like 3 days.
Oh my god! If I had a nickel for every time a ghost says you killed him, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's still surprising. It's happened 3 times.
That exact same quote. What's Mackenzie? What's his? Should we be worried?
No.
Is this like some past thing that you have to deal with? Or... If you don't want to talk about it, that's okay.
I love how Dieter, just every time he cries, he's like, but no, don't worry about it. I only got stabbed.
Dieter's like, you know what, maybe it won't happen again.
The most German thing ever.
Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? You know what? Never mind. It's okay.
Just forget about it.
Who are you? Fuck you.
I don't want you to find out, but you're gonna find out eventually.
So, should we talk about it now or later? Well, how about you? How
I
about we
gotta
talk on
finish
after you
this.
finish? Quotes. Stop saying scrote. You.
Kavix elsewhere sensed a disturbance and just scrote.
What the fuck he done?
I imagine more was like, scrote.
I put the stick back in my pocket. I flip my flap back. And then I flip the other flap. Croat, are you okay?
Crow kind of peeks out from a mid-afternoon nap, kind of gives a little nod.
Were you sleeping the whole fight? I know it only lasted like 12 seconds, but it was cool as
You
fuck.
watch as Crow quite literally goes through one single yawn in 1 whole minute. Like, it's 60 seconds of non-stop yawning. Yeah,
Okay.
just like that.
You know what? Go back to sleep. I hate you so much. I'm just joking. I'm joking, Crow. It's my Lieblingslit. Ooh, look at my kind of little Crow.
You see, he kind of like nudges his head against like your finger.
Okay, go
And
back to sleep. I'll wake you up later.
there's like a part of it where like you feel like as you're like scritching him, he like slowly begins to shrink back into the shell as your fingers like scritching nothing.
Okay. I close the flap. I take out Zeitgeist.
Zeitgeist goes over to the reflection of water and sees no reflection.
Oh!
Just kind of looks at it and then looks down at its hands, and looks back up to you.
He's becoming more sentient.
I don't understand how this is doing. Because I've seen this spell before. Not quite like this, Zeitgeist. You are very special, you know that?
You're not real.
Don't say that.
I'm
There's
not
like a
there.
smile on Zeitgeist's face. It's like a like you just told a child they did good. You know, he's like a little like cheeky grin on his little grung
Would you
face.
like to stay out for a bit, or go back? Okay, stop looking at yourself.
So you need to listen.
Zeitgeist kind of thinks for a moment, and then slowly begins to try to climb up your leg into the other pocket.
Oh, I mean, do I feel anything when he touches me?
It's like wind, like kind of grazing against like.
Like, I open the flap.
Zeitgeist just goes right inside.
Holy shit.
Across
Wow,
the
this
pocket.
is-
That's like
I'm very good at magic. This is crazy. This is so wild. Oh my god. What are you doing? I have 2 things. I open both flaps.
Croat is like kind of getting ready to go back to resting, and Zeitgeist is like fiddling with one of the straps on the component pouch.
Okay, stop. No, don't do that. 9. I will put you back. We don't touch that.
Zeitgeist kind of stops for a moment, and looking back at his palms.
That's his fox's. That's fox's.
You watch as his hand like phases through the component pouch, and before you have another say, it just
I don't.
goes inside.
Shit. Oh shit. He's not a component, so does that mean
The component is friendship.
Wait, I open the component pouch.
You see, like, a glowing, like, faint ectoplasmic residue inside of the pouch.
Oh, you fucker.
He's
That
rude.
guy's... He gooed my bag.
Ghostbusters.
He gooed my bag.
My good.
My god.
My god.
Slimed me.
I've been slimed.
Like, good in your pouch.
Oh no, I've been slimed.
You.
He gooed my pouch. Okay, I put away Zeitgeist. He snapped my fingers. He's gone. I go back to sitting down.
And you watch as this man works. His fine axe strokes looking a bit more aggressive than
Why was that
usual.
so sexual?
It's not a matter of him changing his position in any way. It's that you have changed your perspective.
You good?
Dude, this motherfucker's that. His strokes are longer hard or some shit. It's not about changing position. Shut up, bro.
Every time I have a side note. I have like my normal campaign notes, and I have my Lost in Time fan fiction between Savant and Dieter. So I have to make sure I get at least 6 every time.
Use at least 6 of these bullet points.
Talk about long strokes.
Oh, we got some long strokes.
Talk about changing positions. Check. Talk
Cabot,
about goo.
you begin to pass the evening laborers as they start to call it quits for the day. Soft lavenders rolling over the somber flaxen hills, being replaced by the creeping chill blues of nightfall. Most of the town just kind of like, as you pass, just kind of like give you a little like wave, a little smile, you know.
Hey, give us a wave.
Kind of a few voices kind of muttering amongst each other. Just, is that one of them that killed the cockatrice? Yeah, it's no dragon though, but it's all right. Well, I mean, if you killed the dragon, wouldn't that be a bit? Yeah, that'd be a bit messed up. I don't know. As you kind of continue making your way, you notice the shoreline. What's your passive perception, Kavix?
Passive perception?
I know I have it, but I also like asking you guys because it makes you guys look at your sheets.
Okay, well, how would I get drunk?
So it's your in a little box.
It's for 15.
It's 15?
15.
All right, so you absolutely notice this. As you approach the shoreline, you see a hooded, cloaked figure standing quite literally inside your sheet. He's just kind of standing in it, looking intently at the same general area where your rune is engraved into it. Sort of has like a lean stature, seemingly. The way you're seeing it is as you're approaching, they're looking down, but you could still see like this mist-veiled darkness shrouding over their face, like almost like a cloud just covering the entirety of their face as they're looking directly into the middle portion of the boat. Not a single piece of their being is exposed anyway. Their cloak itself has these long sleeves met with a sort of pair of leather gloves on either side of their hands. They just seem to be looking rather intently, seemingly unaware that you're approaching.
Something in my boat catch your eye?
Almost like startled by this, you watch as in the strange motion, they kind of hop back for a second, but immediately after kind of go back to the position where they were in, take a moment, and then look back up at you. So they like completely get stunned for a second, shift back to their original self, and look up.
What the fuck?
Still veiled in this dark colored mist. Their head kind of crooks for a moment. They look at their palm for a second, and they point to you. I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw.
Dude, what's up with all these ghosts? Right. Oh, good catch. What?
Dex save.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
It's not
Dude,
gonna
use
pass.
your inspiration.
Nah, I'm just gonna take it.
What is your what was the roll, by the way, just out of
The
curiosity?
base is just 4, so no matter what I add.
That shares a number. You
5 comes out.
kind of, as you're looking, watch as kind of still moving towards them, you stop completely in your place. You're almost frozen. As you kind of slowly, extremely slowly move your neck down, you notice granules of sand trickling down your palm, down into the ground beneath you, almost like chains that have now been formed by the Arcana itself.
What the fuck?
You begin kind of looking down at your person as more of this kind of granules of sand slowly begin to spread down your chest,
Oh my god.
down your legs.
You should have gone with
Yeah, I was
Onto the
trying to
floor. As you slowly look up, you see the hooded figure now directly in front of you, but you are unable to move. They kind of crick their neck for a moment looking at you. Don't say anything, they just examine you for a moment. You watch as this arcane streak of lightning begins to conjure in their fingers. They sidestep out of the way, looking directly at your boat.
No.
As an arcane radiant just strikes the mid-center of your boat as a flame begins to expand inside of it. Slowly, the figure walks past you,
Dude, they're trolling.
and you feel the ability to move again.
I'm quickly tilting my boat. I'm gonna help my boat quickly tilt its like.
Gotcha.
The
You
water
immediately
gets it.
go in, and you hear like the steam inside of it. From your peripherals, whoever that was is gone.
Dude, who got game?
As you
Fucking asshole! What the hell?
As you keep it flipped, you just still hear inside of it the crackling of lightning just inside the wood, but the flames have been extinguished.
Okay. I'm gonna take it out of the water, dump the rest of the water out of it, and I guess examine it for damages.
As you lift the boat, you see in this kind of like half flooded, right before you dump it out sort of way, the bottom of the ship, now scorched black from the burn marks, has a slight illumination of blue.
Ooh.
So you're gonna kind of dump it out. You look to the bottom and see, although the physical like belly of the ship itself has been damaged, the rune in the center has been reignited.
Power ghost. Power ghost.
Don't understand why they froze me like that, but I guess that's nice of them.
You're not sure if it was accidental or intentional, but there is some damage on the ship in exchange for some form of exchange.
This guy's speed back again, so if anything, I'm winning.
Speedboats?
I see this is an absolute win.
Speedboat.
I guess before I lift it and carry it, I'm gonna try to clean it up, get the burn out of it.
You take a bit of time and you realize that it's probably best if you bring it back to camp and do it there as opposed to doing it here, because like it's taken you quite a bit to get those like dark soot like streaks out of the ship itself.
Guess I'm gonna pick it up and start heading back.
Yeah, no problem. You just easily just right on your back start heading back to the rest of the group with your boat.
Actually, I'm thinking stream up.
Okay, yeah, you'll stream your way up. You hop in, and what would have originally taken probably like another like hour, 2 hours, you get back in like 45 minutes. Just
This fucking thing on a wooden
I was like, yeah!
the same exact like river that you guys just fought like like aberration in. You watch just jutting over it is the equivalent of a medieval motorboat, as just like the front of it is elevated like up in the air as it
Like, yeah! Like fucking
halberd out, full on, full speed ahead.
the house.
As you make it back to camp. All right. At this point, Savant, your ship has been, or not ship, your well,
ship.
it's a kind of ship. Savant, your
Land boat.
cart has been restored. It is now to your liking, as much as a generic vessel can be. At this point, you hear Precious Lady kind of stop her evening munching and just make her way over.
Hey, girl. I'm gonna try and pet her.
Yeah, she lets you pet her, no problem.
Who you petting? Ooh, Precious Lady.
Precious lady.
Precious Lady.
I wish she had Precious Lady.
You see, like, there's like a dandelion sticking out of her mouth. She's just like crunching on it.
Oh.
She just murked it.
At one point, like, she just sneezes right on you, right on the right lens of your glasses. Just.
Bruh.
I love you.
Aw. Was there anyone else that needed to do anything?
My phone's working.
Wait.
It's working finally.
Does Precious Lady have any accessories?
She does. She has a saddle that was given to you guys, and it looks like there's an actual hitch that was added to the cart, so that way it could just kind of like right on top of her. That was made by Savant.
Okay. I will get her a bow later. I can't get one here. So.
A bow. At this point, you're all kind of convened. You're cleaned. If you were trying to clean, if you weren't, then you are somewhat dirtied
Filthy.
from the day's work.
Disgusting,
You're in the
dirty,
filth.
I'm gonna.
Devious little creature.
Does she look?
Dubious
Does
little
she have
creature.
energy? Does she want to go?
Oh,
Where's this lady?
the creature
Yeah.
is
She's been doing nothing for the past like 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
Well, like munching on grass, laying down, rolling around in it, frolicking, sneezing, shitting as horses do.
I was like,
Mhm.
Cute.
I'm gonna take her for a little ride.
Ready her and such? Yeah, no problem. You mount on the back and kind of get a nice little like equestrian stroll going, like the equivalent to like showmanship. You're like kind of riding on the back of her and such. It's pretty nice.
I'm gonna ride around for like 20 minutes.
In circles.
Yeah, I mean, just around.
Okay.
I see Savant do that. I'm gonna do the same with my boat. I was like,
So your equivalent is like kind of like going back and forth.
going
in the
back
same
and forth.
river. Yeah.
I was enjoying it.
I'd like to think like the two of you are like racing at some point as well. In addition to that, you all see a familiar smaller gentleman removing their aviary helmet after a long day's servitude to the god of days. It is one that you had attempted to steal the drink from. McConnell, as you know him, as he kind of attaches his helmet to a loop on his belt, making his way over and just, oh, you're still here. It seems that you have been busy. Kind of looks over, seeing you jet skiing across the water, noticing a new cart, kind of recognizing it from before. Hasn't seen Vane yet, which is good. Past perception isn't that high. Kind of looks at you, Dieter, and just goes, I don't think we've met.
I don't think so either. My name is Dieter. And
Huh. McConnell.
that's a very interesting name. I like McConnell.
You drink?
Do I drink? Of course
Yeah.
I drink.
Then I like Dieter. He begins to
Oh,
open the
right.
door. Are you coming?
Of course. Where are we going?
And he gestures to the open door of the tavern that you've been like squatting
shit.
outside of like quite literally for the past 6 hours.
Of course. I'm so down. I enter.
Alright, you enter, the door shuts behind you, as you see Mayor already pre-prepped for the evening's debauchery. McConnell seems to be your first client of the night, as she looks at you. Oh, you're still here, Dieter.
Hello.
I thought you'd be gone by now, but...
We're about to go. We just finished everything up. But McConnell invited me to have a drink, so...
Oh, did he now?
Yes?
Did he invite your family members for a funeral?
What?
Let's just say
Why
McConnell
would you say that?
doesn't drink easy.
What about my family? Okay, I'm sorry.
What do you know?
Where's my wife?
Where's my kids?
McConnell is not a lightweight, after all.
Oh shit.
Oh, scheisse. Am I matching him? What do you mean?
Well, if he invited you to
try.
drink, I only assume. And McConnell just kind of, I'm sure you still have water on tap. And he kind of gives you like a raised brow and a smile.
Fossa is good.
He shakes his head.
But I don't think I will be drinking that tonight.
If I pour you a pint right now. And he pulls a fucking tankard right out of his bag. Like he's
Why did
well
you have
equipped.
that?
He's an alcoholic.
It's bigger than his head.
Wait, McConnell is a what?
He is a dwarf.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
scheisse.
That is a bigger than his head.
Getting a drinking contest with a dwarf.
Do you-
That size.
Yeah, it's quite
Gauntlet
literally
size.
that size.
Dana's gauntlet size.
Alright, for reference.
As
Yeah. Yeah, about that.
Do you consider it to be half empty or half full? And he opens up a flask, also on his person, and just You watch as more liquid than what can be possibly fit inside that flask begins to go inside of that tankard.
Enchanted! Enchantment!
Flask
Are you
holding.
saying that?
I'm like, enchantments? That is very interesting. I have an enchantment too.
Half empty or half full?
It is what it is. I see it as... Is it full?
It's currently half.
Well, it's half full, so...
Well, let's make it empty. He pushes it right to you.
Oh, shit. Okay. I will take one sip. What does it taste like?
Give me a Constitution saving
No.
throw. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What'd you put in this?
I put a little wine.
Come on, baby.
Take it, wizard. Low number.
Oh, 7. It's
I
a
thought
7.
it was a 1. It's a 7. Constitution?
Yeah.
A 9. Goated.
There's this warm nectar-like liquid that slowly begins to fill in your mouth and make its way down your throat, almost like you're drinking medicine, but it's very sweet, like honey. You feel this warmth slowly expand through your body as there's this weightless lightness to it. You kind of look down. Give me a intelligence check, but with disadvantage. You're somewhat inebriated.
Okay. Okay. Give me higher.
Oh!
Dude, this time needs to get the fuck away from me. That's a natural
You
1.
drunk.
Intelligence check?
Yeah.
Dude, goated. That's a 4 overall.
Oh, that's why he has a bird helmet. He could probably fly. You could fly with this. You're drinking this. You feel like you can fly. No problem.
Gets
kind
you
of-
wings.
What kind of Peter Pan bullshit is this?
You can fly.
Oh my god, you can
Oh, like the
fly.
song?
Alcoholic
You can
Red
fly.
Bull.
You can
Gives
fly.
you
I can fly?
You can fly.
Am I flying? Oh, I feel very lightheaded.
McConnell, I think you gave him a bit too much. It was only a sip. And you watch as he just kind of looks at it. Yeah, let's make it empty. And just immediately poof, downed.
You look a lot shorter than I remember. I look down. Am I like... How high am I up again?
You are like, it looks like through your perspective, it's like a long staring glass.
It just gets longer as you
Yeah,
like
just keeps
notice
going.
it.
Or
This is very unnerving. I'm like shaking my thigh. I'm going like this to my thighs. I'm like, ooh. Ooh.
Where am I?
Are you still going to be alright to travel?
Fuck if I know.
Oh,
find
McConnell, did you really have to play with him like that?
What is
I
that?
didn't expect him to be such a lightweight. Give me
I'm not
a
the
minute.
lightweight.
No, I got it. Give me a
I'm
minute.
fine.
Give me a minute. You are very not fine.
I know.
Try to walk.
I'm flying. I try to walk.
One step.
Give me a
falls.
dex save.
No fucking way. Alright.
Yeah.
Hey, it's goat. Oh, wait, that's not even. Hey! This 17.
Yeah,
The
you're
fuck
kind
you
of
were
wobbly, but like you're managing.
You're like, I got this.
Listen, I'm good, guys. Listen, hear me out. Listen, I'm very good. Ich bin gut. I'm sehr gut. I'm actually so good right now.
Mayor believes it. Mayor just kind of.
It's crazy how good I am. Look at this.
alright.
Wait.
All right.
You're like trying to convince them.
A single
Uh,
I'm trying to convince myself.
I'm walking in a straight line.
I'm going to get your friends and
I forget.
see if they
I'll
need
cast
anything.
message.
All
I
right.
cast
What do you
message.
say in message, and who do you cast it
I
to?
cast it towards Savant.
Okay.
Which way is outside?
At first, you're pointing to like the dragon head on the wall, and then you're like,
That's not it. It was it. Savant, hello.
"Yep."
Hello,
you
Savant.
pick
Test,
up.
test.
Savant. I'm flying. I'm inside. This is so.
He
This is so
immediately
cool. It
turns
cuts off.
around. He
It cuts
heads.
off.
He heads.
I know
towards
again. Savant. I fly.
I'm on my way.
You
Can
watch
hear the
as
horse?
like you're like kind of like in between, like passing between each other for the boat and the horse is like cut short, and you watch as Savant just.
Savant, are you
Heads back.
breaking up? I hear wind. Hello.
I'm on a horse.
You have a You're a what?
You're a what?
Sit down. I'll be right there.
Again, message. I physically cannot. As I am flying.
Flying.
Okay, I hang up.
Oh,
Babe,
Hi, friend.
I'm
Yes.
inside flying. Where are you? You can reply.
Okay.
I'm still outside
Okay.
dousing myself.
That's his very sexual. If I just say taking a bath, dousing. What is dousing? I'm never. Okay.
I'm trying to get my armor clean. What
shit.
else?
All right. We cast message again. Maybe you shouldn't make your face appear. Okay. Goodbye.
Wait. What did you say?
You shouldn't make your face appear. Goodbye.
You can't see this, but I'm squinting at you.
Yeah, well, I'm fucked up, so.
And inside.
Wait, can I just float around? I think to myself, move left. Am I moving left?
You're moving right.
Shit. Is that right? Is this left? Where am I going?
You just do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Dieter's like, and then they just like start like
Savon, at this point, you are to the door of the town hall.
I parked the horse.
You go like that. Like,
I just
Vertical horse drifting. Just
I'm like upside down now. I'm like this.
I'm fucking like I just like run in there. I'm like
on the ground.
Dater.
I'm like Lynx. Rex.
this is what you see. This is literally what you see.
I'm like to like 8 feet at the ground.
I'm
And
just
then,
gonna run up to it and I'm just gonna like get a stool, just like place
hey,
it on
look,
it.
Savant! Oh shit.
I pick him up and just like put him on.
Is he actually
Sit down.
floating?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
I'm not. How do I fly? I go up. I think up.
You jump.
Fuck.
You
Now
just
I'm just drunk.
You
Damn it.
It's like what happened? What happened to you?
I don't know. Some dudes gave me a drink.
I offered him a drink.
I drank a lot.
Oh, that guy.
I offered him a beverage.
I drank so
He
much.
took a
It was
sip,
crazy.
and he cannot hold his own liquor.
I can hold liquor.
Give me
What'd
some
you call
more.
me? Give me some more. Like, I'll show you. Swear to God, show me. Listen.
I think it's holding him quite well.
Maybe I need Vasa. Someone get water.
I'll get him water.
Of course. As
With,
you
like,
turn to
ginger
go,
No.
Someone get me some ginger ale.
you hear
You're
Mayor
the
just.
I love you stage.
I love
Savon,
you so much.
did you plan on staying this evening again, or were you
Nope.
going to set up on Nightfall? Dieter
Nope. We go.
says not.
Nope, we've got business to attend to at Pheydross.
I'm just gonna like walk up to him and just take a good look in his eyes.
Yes.
You know what?
Is his
Can I,
eyes
like,
are just.
I cast messages.
Damn it. I can't cast him to detect thoughts.
I go,
Head empty.
Savant. You're outing me out in front of these cool guys. Stop it.
No, you're outing yourself by acting like that.
What does that mean?
Watch yourself.
I don't speak English.
Sit down. Water.
Got it.
I sit down.
You kind of like start to turn, and you hear once again Mayor goes like, "Oh, dear, do not worry. We have water." And hands you the glass to give to.
Ich Wasser trinkt. Ooh.
Oh, he slipped back into normal tongue. Oh, I like to think this whole time, like over the years, Savant used to kind of sound like ye old, but like now, like kind of has like more of a modernized. And...
Here's some bus.
Oh, danke. Ich trinke sie Wasser. Ich Wasser trinke. I'm drinking water.
You're just like sipping it and then saying these things.
Yeah.
It
I'm like, I'm thinking about so many things right now, but it's all out loud.
I'm be like, what did you give him?
Kind of smiles for a moment.
Wait.
A homebrew ale of sorts.
Should I try some?
He thinks for a moment.
I'm not like
He shrugs. If you say so. Mayor, a glass, please. And Mayor passes a shot glass.
Okay.
Yeah, hands you the shot glass.
Is this meant to be taken?
Wait, why does he get one?
You're done.
You're cut off.
You're cut off.
You're cut off.
It's like I had to roll something and I'm dead.
Are you immune to poison and disease?
What the fuck? What?
No, I have saving throws against
Oh, epic.
advantage.
I'm gonna say it's wow. This is funny. It's a holy liquor, and I've previously considered it like poison because it's like a substance. I'm gonna say I'll give you advantage on that. I'll give you advantage on this nice con save.
While they're drinking, I cast minor illusion,
Hmm?
and I instead of zeitgeist, I do a tiny version of McConnell.
what you hope is like a 10-0 version of McConnell is like
Zeitgeist
a floating head, like an arm, and like a moving waist, like all kind of drifting. Yeah.
And they're trying to like match each
Exactly,
other and they keep going
yeah.
too far.
Right. I used to play this when I was like a child.
You're like, I almost got it.
It's called.
I'm adding my wait, no,
Heads on the
Ariana,
toy.
I think.
It's like a puzzle.
Body,
piece.
body puzzle.
It's like a puzzle.
Reverse hangman.
What was your con save?
Yes, 11.
11. It's this warm sensation that slowly kind of takes your head, but it's more of like a lightness to you. There's more of like radiance to it than an actual like head lightheadedness.
You with your
Anything.
water.
You probably shouldn't ride your horse,
When you get
but
so drunk,
mentally
you get scared.
you're aware enough that you shouldn't ride your horse. So you're mentally there.
Okay.
You're just physically a bit
Right anyway.
lightened up.
Funky.
That's happened to me before.
Feeling it. I was like, that. It's really good.
It was like when-
You hear
it was
Mayor
like when
again.
you became aware, like,
McConnell, all right. He pulls out a small like vial with like a stopper in it and just
Hanging.
into 2 shot glasses. Drink.
What is it?
What's
Just
your glass?
Just drink.
Yeah, drink it.
You're,
I spill it.
so you spill it. You're hit with like a splitting headache that rattles your body, and you
Again.
quite literally are instantly sober.
Again.
Is it like a brain freeze?
Again.
It's like a brain freeze that like kind of
Again.
shifts through your body and rattles you, and once you're
missed
unrattled,
it.
you're
I
like
missed.
you're sentient.
Again. I missed.
Open your mouth.
No. Please. Oh, she's looking at me very seductive. I open my mouth.
He just like shoots like a dot of it, and you quite literally gag from Andrew Pulse as you get this splitting migraine through your head.
Scheisse.
It's quite literally like the Hangover.
You just hit the hangover already.
He's speedrunning
Just
through that.
fast forwarding through everything.
He puts a stopper back in and pockets it back into his armor.
Shit.
So, what's taking you to Pheydross?
Oh, lots of things. Well,
A cart?
A horse, a boat, a dude in charge of a boat.
our band, our well, we hired a I don't know, did we hire him? He's sort of just tagging along. He's like our guide.
I didn't ask for
As unfortunately, I am not from this part of the continent. I come from a different part. I lost my accent. Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
Where'd it go? It's
Are you
back.
from?
I'm from Oberhaven.
Oh, so not continent, country.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I'm quite aware of what you mean. You just didn't explain it well.
Yeah, but you got it. It's all that matters. Listen, you're nitty pitty. Don't worry about don't worry about the nitty gritty. Worry about where I'm from. Anyways, I'm trying to go back home. I haven't been there in apparently 80 years.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it's true. I was gonna go off to war, and then I woke up by oh shit, what is it called? I woke up by some fucking new town or something. I used to know it as no, not Misthaven. Mistwood.
He, after you say served in a war, McConnell pauses and goes, huh, yeah. You said your name was Dieter,
Dieter.
right?
That is correct.
He kind of shakes his head at you.
What? Do you know? Do you know something about the war? Why are you looking at me like that?
It's not wise for you to impersonate the dead.
What are you talking about? Impersonate the dead. My name is Dieter.
Yeah, Umaka, right?
That's just my name, Dieter. Oh, how'd you know that?
Died over 80 years ago.
No. Died. No, I'm here. 1 minute, I was in my house getting ready. The next minute, I awoke and I got stabbed by Mistwood. And now, I'm trying to get home to see if anyone's still fucking alive. As it's been a weird journey. Everyone keeps telling me all these weird things that's happened. You know, Mistwood's not even Mistwood anymore. That doesn't make sense. Well, it makes sense. There's fucking fire everywhere.
Mayor even kind of like speaks up.
Does that make sense?
McConnell,
I just woke up.
he might not be lying.
Why would I lie?
McConnell just kind of looks at you.
I was gonna serve my country proud. I was gonna go kill a bunch of fucking assholes. And then I never got to. Because I woke up. And I remember was like, I heard some noise down underneath my room. I go into the kitchen. I remember, it's very hazy, but it's like, have you ever been so drunk?
No.
Oh, well, I need another analogy. Have you been, I guess, tired, you just fall asleep. Really? You're a fucking animal.
I'm a paladin.
That was badass. Oh, shit. Well, maybe not for you, but for others. You exhaust yourself so much, you just go to sleep. I went to sleep.
And you woke up now.
And I woke up now.
Exhausted.
80 years later, with different year schemes? And what did I miss? I missed so... What happens in 80 years? Apparently a fucking lot.
Mayor looks at McConnell. McConnell kind of looks back.
So I need to go to Pheydross, equip myself, and go back home.
80 years.
80 years.
I've been around for about 63. I could probably tell you about 57.
Enthrall me. What did I miss? Okay, instead of saying everything, maybe key parts. Like, cities, maybe famous people. I don't know, landmarks, maybe?
Well, some things are better kept a surprise, for better. To truly experience these things, it's best for you to wait. So.
You're naughty tease, you know that, McConnell?
Perhaps.
No.
But let me think for a moment.
Maybe what's of our ruler? What's happened to him?
Now that I can tell you. During your time, we served under one lord. Krenix.
Correct. I remember Krenix. He was kind of
the God King. God of power, God of men, God of kings. Well, Krenix was the one who approved Crexnia to go into war. He actually did this because it was later revealed that he himself wished to become a god of war. But, as war gods know, once a war ends, if they are unfortunately representing the losing side, they die. Horrifically.
The losing side?
Yes, so if you lose a battle, and you are a god of war for that region, you cease to exist.
Did we lose?
Horribly.
How? There's no way we lost to some lizard assholes.
With hindsight, no. But it seemed every time we moved, they were well ahead of us. Krenix was a coward. He refused to relinquish his title and refused to take death honorably. Went so far as oppose the eldest god of death. She publicly decapitated him.
Holy shit. Like,
severed his head completely from his body. And as payment, or well, I wouldn't say payment, but as punishment, there we go, for his actions over many years, this country was forever blemished as Crexnia.
So, Krenix is gone. Who rules over the country?
That responsibility has now fallen into a council. We have refused to resort back to one sole ruler and believe that is the sovereign duty of a council to watch over us.
Who's on the council?
I did not expect us to get to here because this is fucking 8 sessions ago. Ah!
Wow.
It's almost Just like I wrote an entire session about going to a fucking library.
The word.
You fucking nerd.
Oh my god, you fucking nerd. Why are you asking the drunk guy in a bar? God, there's so many.
It's okay if you can't remember. Just
No, give me a minute and know someone.
is it like people from different areas of the country? Like is there
Different
sort of
properties and
representative?
aspects. Well, it breaks down from the council, who then appoints various mayors and leaders, or the people's choice.
Oh,
So in this case, he kind of gestures towards mayor. The people's choice. I believe the mayor of Cinderwood is also people's choice. He was
He's
chosen
famous.
due to his contributions. He's actually not originally from Crexnia, but rather from, I believe he might be from Valnir, if I'm not mistaken.
can you tell us where he was from? I don't think so.
He didn't, but he was a fire genasi, so it only makes sense for him to be from the
Sure.
fire plane. However, some people aren't necessarily the most ideal of candidates for rulership. Some see it more as a
Political in the
way
bar.
to boast.
There you go.
Amongst the current council, we have Lady Ambrosia Delnoth. She has been
Shit.
in power for quite some time. She is the closest thing we would have to a queen of sorts. She is based on her wealth and royalty. Of the Crexian Navy, we have Admiral Judas Hijante. He oversees not only any naval endeavors, but any overseas endeavors as well. We have a rather interesting choice. I'm not sure if you could even comprehend this. There's a being, not necessarily of this plane, who had wished to aid us in certain ways, help push Crexnia into a more progressive and developed time. They are not human, and it's quite difficult to say if they truly exist. But when they're needed, they're, well, for better or for worse, they're around. Whenever you have a second thought or a intuition, I would say that most of the time it's probably them. 80 years ago, were you familiar with a race known as Illithids?
Am I?
Give me a history check.
Am I right?
Give me a history check. Both of you give me history checks. And this is not with advantage, actually. This is just straight up history checks.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. 17 plus history.
I'm done with
History.
So, Savant, you kind of know Illithids as like this sort of mental boogeyman. Like
22.
these squid-like aberration creatures that eat brains.
Cool.
You know them as even worse than that. They are tyrannical, mindless thralls that experiment on any organic life in any manipulative fashion. So now knowing that one has political power is a bit alarming.
Wait, like an actual Illithid?
Yeah,
Like the
well-
ones that like...
It originally was the Archmage of the Unerdin. Now it is Archmage over all Crexnia.
Holy shit.
Archmage Qualibuese Adrogenozeth.
What the fuck did you just say?
The longest name I fucking ever
Archmage.
made.
Archmage Qual.
One more
Okay.
time.
Qualibuese Adrogenozeth.
Qualadeze.
Qualibuese. And there's a hyphen
Lord.
between that. That's all one word.
Qualadeze.
Qualibuese Adrogenozeth. Adra.
Brain
Gonozeth.
just straight up
Tic Tac.
refuses to remember anything else besides cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recently elected, the youngest member of the council, I want to say by a few years, is another royal, an inheritor of the Silvertongue Manor.
I know that.
currently a bit preoccupied with a house war overseas, but
Overseas.
when he's around, he's quite wise, actually.
You got a 20.
You did get a 20 actually.
That one is Adam Jackson.
Ooh.
And finally, this might be a name you're aware of. Did you know a cleric by the name of Hakir Dogmaro?
Yes. Actually, I was gonna go to war with him.
He is alive and well after 113
Akira is still
years.
alive?
113 years old. He is a...
He's only a human.
Nature has a strange way of influencing that. He refers to himself as a spore cleric.
Spores.
Akira's the dude who planted our village. And now he's a what?
A spore cleric.
What? That is fantastic.
He is the speaker of nature.
Spore village cleric. He's just a mushroom.
Typically, when a deity of nature comes and passes, their followers either move on to the next cycle of nature or remove themselves from the religious practice. In his case, strangely enough, the nature god of your time, was it Grun? Gruel?
It was Grun.
Apologies, I'm not familiar.
This was 80 years ago.
Still lived on through him. In more ways than one.
No fucking way. Hakir. That's fantastic. Someone from Oberhaven is finally getting recognition.
He was one of the only political candidates who survived the mass execution conducted by Lord Krenix.
Oh, that sounds good. Oh, scheisse. Wait, Krenix? Oh. Ooh. That was his... I remember he was going to go off... We were supposed to be sent off super early in the morning to go fight overseas. And he had a special one. He was going to go to Krenix to be what he is now, an advisor.
And he rose well past any expectations.
Hakir.
He outlived any of the other viziers.
That's so good. I feel so happy now. Knowing someone from my time is still alive and kicking. Doing good.
Whenever he's not needed in Alistair, he oftentimes is back in Oberhaven.
Keep it local, my guy. That's fantastic. Smashing shit.
Oh, I don't never smash my head on this.
In terms of geographical, since you're traveling across the country, I would say experience it yourself.
Oh my god.
It may be difficult because of many blockades, but I'm sure you'll still be able to appreciate the sights you once knew.
Okay. I appreciate this. It's kind of hard piecing together 80 years since you went around for it.
I can only understand.
So that is why I must go. Quickly.
Well, safe travels to both of you.
Thank you.
See you eventually.
May Morrow pass alongside you.
What?
May Morrow pass alongside you.
Bis später.
Give me a religion check.
Bruh.
Yikes.
I was not religious, so 10.
14.
So even though you're not religious, Dieter, Morrow is the god of days.
Oh, I did.
And you pick up on the fact that he has like a bird-like helmet, to which Morrow takes on many aviary forms. So you kind of figure he's a paladin of days. And so when he says, may Morrow pass alongside you, it basically means like have a good day. Like till tomorrow, you know.
On the morrow.
Pass alongside you. Bis später, Dummkopf.
Safe travels, both of you.
Say bis später. Bis später, Dummkopf.
What's the what?
Dummkopf.
Dunkov.
There you go. See you later, dumbass.
And the last thing you say as you exit is Doomcough.
Okay, quickly before they find out. Quickly before they find out.
And then I just hear like a glass get shattered against the door as I shut it.
As you say that, fucking McConnell pulls out like an encyclopedia, like old Crexnian to new Crexnian translation. Just
What did you just make me say?
You don't remember? Bishbeta means see you later, and Doomkopf means dumbass.
How dare you?
I
I opened the door. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. You told me to say it.
It's a funny little joke. I'm a funny little man. It's my birthday. My birthday.
all right, and
You
with
hurt me on
that,
my birthday.
would you all like to start heading towards Pheydross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you?
Now on.
Kavix and oh my god, the soundbar fucking
That's
turned
right.
off again.
I'm trying to pad the time so you don't play.
Well, we're out of time.
Just make noise.
Beep.
Okay,
Boop.
cool.
We need to go find
Would you guys like to start heading to Pheydross?
Yes. We need to.
Yeah.
No, you go for it.
We need to gather the party.
Okay.
I
So,
message everyone.
at this point, you've gotten Precious Lady hitched. She's all settled in. The boat is positioned so it's kind of like tilted at an angle,
Okay.
like bent upward, but there's still like enough room for you all to gather in. And yeah, so you guys are all ready to set out to Pheydross. After maybe like a couple hours, now approaching late evening, Savant is currently 9:20 in the evening.
True.
I know. I sometimes do that. Depending, I always keep the minute, but I sometimes like switch the hour. You are all met with a familiar sight to the east. As another bridge is illuminated by torchlight and rests fortified in the path. Unlike the ones before, this one has these two wooden outposts on opposing sides on the opposite side of the bridge. And has like two, not watchers, but actual guards starting to make their way down and towards like the midsection of the bridge.
I say this in character. I forgot to ask him what he meant by impersonated dead. Do people think I'm dead?
I mean, that's probably like the most realistic thing that they would think of.
What assholes? They never found a body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they didn't just assume that you went missing. I got
Thank
you.
you, Savant.
So, Kavix, you have all made it towards this first bridge to Pheydross. And at this point, you're kind of like towards the midsection of the bridge. There's two fortified towers on each side, and two, not watchers, but like guards. They're making their way down and towards like the midsection to meet you. Vane, you're pretty low into like the cart itself, and you hear Evelyn in your head just, here we go again. Ready yourself.
Okay, Vane. Vane, do not speak. We will do this. Unless you want to speak, then... Wait, do they know your face?
Everyone is quite aware of Vane's identity just due to the fact that there are wanted posters like
How the fuck did they get that
everywhere.
poster? That's crazy.
They drew what she looked like
I don't know what she looks like.
because she was a prominent member of the Strife Watch.
Vane,
In
I
80
had-
years, they invented the printing press. How the fuck did they draw
They
that
can
many
wait.
faces?
There's magic that controls time, but they can't make a newspaper.
Yes.
refuse to believe that. It's too much work.
Remain ignorant.
So, Vane, we just want to like... Want to just like...
Hide?
Hide? Yeah.
Vane, do you want to give me a stealth check?
Hey, look, Vane, if you want, I will put a blanket
how
over
I-
you.
We got
Hide in this
boxes.
shit.
I don't have a blanket.
I just got a nat 20.
Let's go.
You like
They disappear.
there's like a barrel, like just
Vane?
right there, like an empty barrel, and you just right into it.
I'm gonna close
DJ
the barrel
like,
and sit on
Vane?
top of it.
Oh my god! Okay, Kavix, you sit down on top of the barrel, and it's pretty like noticeable, but it like it's buyable, right? So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the barrel is like elevated, and you're even taller, like legs crossed over it.
It's like, I was like,
Hey, what are you doing? Put it on its side. You're so tall. You're like 10 feet away.
this is more convincing. So
You
it's
look- okay.
I'm just relaxing. I'll pretend to sleep.
This is the most natural like pose Kavix
I'll
has.
pretend I'm asleep. It's
As the two guards begin to approach, I'll wait for Savant to get back before we.
I have two stuff in the car.
Savant
What's
is
wrong,
grabbing the
Savant?
cart.
Savant's gone.
We're gonna crash.
It's like a 5 mile an hour cart.
We're gonna quit.
Initial D music starts like do 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 do.
Deja vu.
Cart's just drifting.
They've already drifted a horse.
I drift the cart.
Now we gotta, hey,
Tokyo Drift.
we gotta drift a dog.
What's the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
You know what?
Just to make
Dude,
sure.
just
So if that
stop
light
it.
turns out, that means it's on. Yeah.
Bro, it's so easy. Just stop.
Yes.
So I'll keep an eye on it.
Bro.
I've got you
Oh,
on my
I see.
sides.
That's our game.
I'm gonna pretend to be asleep on this barrel.
All right.
Perfect height tonight.
It's sellable. I'm gonna say with that nat 20 and like just like with like your general positioning, like yeah, you're selling it.
This basically works as a chair for me.
Like that?
I'm just not paying attention.
You hear the cracking of the wood,
Bye.
and then the splitting of bones.
I'm just trying to pad runtime so we don't get Vincent.
Just all this shit is happening. It just cuts back to Lock Days. Just
He's like, what a nice day.
What a beautiful evening.
Watching the sun. He's at like a window watching the
It's a very
sunset.
like
He's
fancy,
like a bathrobe on.
very
sipping
nice,
on a tea. Just
very expensive tea set.
So yeah, the guards are approaching, and you can kind of tell what they look like. One of them is this wider set bugbear with soft orange fur, and this pale Aracochrane bird type gent with soft gray feathers, and almost like they're mumbling under their breath. Both are wearing this worn guard attire with light purple cloth met with steel armor. The crow-like guard has a set of daggers on each side of their belt, while the bugbear is just holding a very firm grip on a mace as they approach. You hear the two of them talking, and the bugbear just kind of goes, all right, you can quit your listing. Kind of turns to you. Old, state your business. You're piloting right now, so
I am.
Good luck.
where do you want to go? Mine is back. We'll be off.
Well, you're going the right way. Have you passed through here before?
Wait, have we passed through this area?
You have not
No.
gone this one. No.
Okay. No, we haven't.
Names?
Spawn?
Any last name?
Nope.
You hear the smaller bird gent just kind of go, Savant. And you? Kind of. Yeah.
In the back.
I know what that
Cavex.
is.
Last name?
They don't have
I don't think he has one.
Do we have a Cavex? Cavex. Okay, he's good. And you?
My name is Dita
Last name?
Ullmacher.
Dieter Ullmacher.
Correct.
This guy's dead.
All right. Nice try. I mean, really? Are you trying to pull a fast one? And you hear like the small bird just, Dieter? Oh, no, there's no Dieter Ullmacher passing through here. Really? I mean,
What?
I wasn't the brightest in school, but I remember the name of the Crextian coward.
What?
Now, what's your
Wait,
real
what?
name,
Okay.
Mr. Ullmacher?
Wait. What
Damn,
does
he
that
really
mean?
just said that.
You hear underneath the cart. Damn.
Damn.
What the fuck was that?
Okay, hold on.
That's
his my
Cavex,
name.
I farted.
Oh, this is
That is my
remain
name.
ignorant.
That is like the second time I've heard that. What does that mean?
You abandoned the war.
What do you mean you abandoned the war? I never abandoned the war. I was on my way to it and I got fucking teleported. I woke up here.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. That's the
Tell him
truth.
the truth.
They don't
I
believe
wanna,
I didn't
I
believe
wanna
it the first
support
time I
him
heard
and try
it.
and back him up.
Okay, what do you want to say to back it up? This might
it up.
actually give
Fuck it up.
inspiration.
Fuck it up. Are you
I
back?
gotta use my words wisely. Hold on.
You might.
Do you want me to say it or wait? You can say it and they add
What are
on.
your famous last words?
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, trust me.
Trust me.
You guys can go into combat, no problem. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and this. But when the moment a guy's like convinced me, you're all like, oh god, oh fuck.
All I know is kill.
Reaches for sword.
Did we just kill him?
You're not even here yet.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just...
Oh no, people.
Communication? I can't do that. That's why I'm asleep.
Chill. Hey.
It seems
Alright.
like a very unlikely scenario, but he's telling the truth.
Oh, what was your roll?
It was a 17.
I'll say you can have advantage on that. You're both pretty convincing, and like you're sincere and genuine. So.
And he's very defensive.
Well, I'll take the 17.
He kind of pauses.
Listen, I know it sounds weird, but there are lots of weird things in this world. And apparently, Krennic's fucking died, which is news to me. I found out like 30 minutes ago. There's a council or something?
There is.
And apparently...
I don't
Wait,
think
hold on. What does that mean? What do you mean, coward?
It was in our textbooks. I meant no
Textbooks? Davis! I'm known for being a coward? My whole
I'm terribly sorry. I'm not equipped to handle this situation. You're not on the list. You've never passed through here.
No, I woke up here.
I'm so unbelievably sorry.
Put me on the list.
I hope that you know, if you need to pass back through here, I could possibly have someone allow that as well. I did not mean any disrespect. I am truly sorry.
It's like patting him on the shoulder.
Just start crying.
Like,
Just
it's
start
okay,
crying.
I do it.
I lose my family, and I'm remembered as a fucking coward.
I
Did I know about the textbook thing? I don't think I
You don't read.
Yeah.
I can't read.
You didn't go to school?
You didn't go to school.
80 years you didn't go to
So-
school.
When did this... Do you know when it was put in the textbook? Like, was it immediately? Was it years?
I don't know when.
When did you graduate?
He stops for a moment.
I don't remember.
What year did you learn it?
I graduated around 16 years ago.
Is this,
At least
is this
16?
like gossip around when I joined? It's like, oh, that's why I remember that name.
You don't give me an insight check. Let me see.
This is like, you're like, this guy may know something.
It's okay. It's 18.
You heard about this little half-elf man that just disappeared. People call it like a vanishing act. They're like, where did that guy go?
Like,
He was a
oh,
wizard.
that's why I remember that name. Just like as I'm sleeping, like I was like.
Like there's a mid-snore, like
I'm
a...
sleeping.
You'll chuckle. Kai, you're just like.
I am terribly sorry. I didn't mean any disrespect. It just sounded like a joke.
That's where.
Oh, I'm King Krenix. I'm going to pick you. I'm so sorry. Please.
What's your name?
I'm Toph.
That's a beautiful name, Tom.
I thank you, Mr.
And
Allwalker.
apparently my fucking name is ruined.
I did not mean to tarnish it. I will only spread good things. I truly mean that.
Listen, Tom.
I
I fought.
skip, and the Arakochan just kind of nods. Make a note. Make sure to remind me to only tell good things of a Dieter Allwalker. And Skip goes, good things. Okay. Please, and they both like step out of the way. Please.
Thank you, Tom.
Of course.
I
I'm so sorry.
I have to go find my family.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Tom.
I had my arm wrapped around him the whole time, and then like as we're like going past, I just like look back at him. I'm
Do you do the Korra, like
It's
the...
Once you like open one eye, like are we far enough away yet?
Literally.
I turned up.
I pushed. I do that.
You do... Oh my god, in the anime... Alright.
That was terrifying.
The city of Pheydross is a tightly packed mass of brick buildings and houses, all compact together. Soft trot of grass beneath precious ladies' hooves is now replaced with the steady trot of stone streets beneath her. You can see the visible divide in class through these streets, as the not-too-shabby homes and buildings slowly begin to be replaced by ones that are barely left standing. Strangely enough, however, as you walk across the city, glowing arrays of colorful lights and the roar of joyous celebration is apparent in the constantly moving districts past. So you are currently in the more well-off area. This is more of like a common ground. This is like a common district, if you will. Almost like it's the common district.
Middle class.
Dieter, this is actually a somewhat familiar look to you.
Look familiar?
This looks familiar to you. These are aged buildings, but refurbished. They are mostly like kind of touched up, tidied up. Maybe like a layer of tarnish, maybe a layer of paint, but for the same like kind of designs of the buildings have kept the same. The roots of Pheydross' original design is still there. These things, semi-towering skyscrapers, but with interconnected like meshed buildings amongst each other. So like one building might be just standing tall, but with other side little cubbies nestled into each side of the building itself.
Hell yeah.
This is the sort of area To which these simple Gothic shops and stores are lit by gaslight lanterns. Most shopkeepers seem to still be operating in this late evening, with steady waves of people making their way through the streets. They actually have to like pass by Precious Lady in the car as it's making their way through. But there's like a few other like horse-drawn carriages making their way past, not in like luxurious condition, but they're pretty all right. They're steady, making sure to keep various people and goods traveling at a steady flow of traffic. Your memory as it stands, Dieter, because again, to you had seen Cafe Abreu probably a couple weeks, maybe a month ago.
True.
Even though it's truly been
years.
80 years. Yep. So this is a very, very familiar area to you. What would you all like to do?
I would like. Wait, it's like nightish now? It's like evening?
It is late into the night, so
Okay.
you're approaching more about. It's currently 11:53.
I am very tired. Wait, is Vane still underneath? They're hiding?
Vane, I mean, Kavix, have you gotten off that barrel since you crossed the bridge?
Let's say I've been off the barrel for a while now.
Okay, yeah. So Vane, you've been able to stretch your legs a bit, but you're still kind of kept low by the side of the inside wall of the wagon itself.
Yeah, I'm just doodling on the wood.
What are you drawing on the wood?
Vandalism.
What are you doing, you vandal? Add that to your
How dare
crimes.
you.
You're a criminal.
I just saved you.
I made this.
Like I'm taking my dagger and I'm just doing like neatly engraving, like kind of edging out, like a dragon crescent, like doing like a cool flourish, like nothing. Just sitting there doing it.
The audacity.
I'm just gonna thumbs up.
I love how Kavix is just letting it happen, and then fucking
I'm not paying
Savon, by the time you notice, like by the time like you hear like the scratching of the wood, you look and
Hey, they're the assholes that brought up the option to destroy my fucking boat. Okay.
give me a sleight of hand check, not in terms of like stealthing it, but in terms of like how well these images look. Like this is a delicate procedure that requires like precise hand motions. I want to see how well you draw these images.
I've seen.
I just got a nat 20.
Savon, I gotta admit,
I'm engraving on your
sick.
card.
They look pretty damn sick.
Like, yeah, what the fuck are you...
They look pretty mint.
That's really fucking good.
Just keep on.
Yeah, I'd be way more mad if they sucked.
You're lucky this is good.
So what would you guys like to do aside from vandalism in your own cart?
Actually, wait, can you draw
It's
like...
not vandalism.
Can you
I'm
put a
adding creativity.
Can you put a snake going down the side?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
push
yeah.
it.
So Vane begins etching a serpent into the wood.
Okay, now don't
Where would you all like to go? Some of you are more familiar with this area than others.
I feel like it is too late and we should find a inn.
An inn.
Did I find my old house?
No, you don't. Oh wow, that's a.
Whoa.
Ooh.
They're a
say
river.
Give
Old
me an
house?
insight
You
check.
say old house?
Shut up.
There, in terms of a river, Kavix, I'll answer that while they're rolling.
I want to go fishing.
There, insight. There is a river far north, like extremely far north, out of the city.
Damn.
You can also add your cool die to that, by the way. Your brain die,
Yeah.
if you want.
Don't
Yeah.
know the rest of the words.
Oh really?
I only
I
get
thought I could
two.
just. Oh, I thought I could just give them to you. Wow, that's. I'll be generous. I'll say give me advantage. I did not realize that's how those work, so I'm gonna make up for that by giving you advantage.
That's 12.
Okay, 12. You didn't necessarily have a permanent state of residency. However, most of your general operations came from what is currently known as the Impoverished District. You were on the outcoast of the western, like, Common District, so when you start heading more towards the center of Pheydross, it kind of gets more run down into the Impoverished District. And then on the outskirts of it, that's the Gambling District. So, if whatever building that you would originally kind of taken as your own is still standing, it would be there.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's find an inn.
Alright, So yeah, you're in terms of fishing. That's where you would be looking. Would be far north, outskirts of the city. It's like a couple hours.
We should be going.
Night fishing.
Night fishing, yeah, it's different creatures.
Can I think of any inns or anything?
You actually notice a couple like kind of arrows, like gilded arrows pointing towards like the gambling district. With the name. So not only would you have to cut through the actual like impoverished district, but it specifically says kind of like a rundown part of it. Like a name is supposed to be listed on one side of the arrow, but like it can't like actually make it out. It just sees "Come see," and then like scraped off at the Twisted Opal.
Come see.
I wish. to not come.
Is there any
Do
way I
not
can
come.
like look at it closely to see what was?
Give me an investigation check, by all means.
You gotta come. I'm gonna come.
I can't talk right now. I'm making cum.
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
16.
16?
Yeah.
You look closely and you kind of see like the tattered like ends of like the last name, and you're like, "Come see ass at the Twisted Opal," and you're like, "Wait," and then they kind of look, "Come see," and there's a name, Brass, at the Twisted Opal.
Brass.
It's more funny this way.
Can I think of any?
You don't.
No, I can't.
Head empty, just ass.
I do know a Brask. We should go and see who Brask is. If it's who I think it is.
It says Brass, Brass.
There's no K?
No K.
Fuck. See, do you remember who the Brasks are? They are the turtles who lived in Oberhaven.
Oh.
Fuck, I was so excited. What if Ludwig was still around?
Hmm? What?
Ludwig? You know, remember, he was only a child when I left. He's a nice little turtle boy.
You made him a nice little wooden instrument.
I said she ate
And you
them.
gave it to his dad.
I was like, how's that? They said he ate them. What?
That's a little loud.
But yeah, this is Brass, not Brask.
That's so unfortunate. Has anyone been to Pheydross? I come every once in a while to do trading, but that was obviously 80 years ago. So being a month ago.
No, I'm familiar with this area.
Really? Crazy.
Can I? Okay, yeah. Can I think of anything?
So,
Within bro.
of a Brass,
Never mind.
give me a insight check one more time.
What are you thinking? The only place that I'm
Bada
really
bing.
familiar.
10. You know they're a musician,
Bada boom.
so you assume that maybe it's like some concert performer that's being stayed at that inn. Maybe they're performing or something.
Okay.
Gotta be my little
All right.
turtle boy.
Let's check it out. Let's
He
go.
plays the trumpet now.
Okay. What, the Twisted Opal?
Yeah.
So you're cutting through
Was
the
that
district.
around when I was here?
That was not. That's in a completely brand new district.
Oh shit, it's bigger than the... Oh yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
huge. Yeah.
And then, to my recollection, where would Cafe Brea be?
So Cafe Abreu would be kind of like coming up, actually. So you've been kind of making your way towards the middle. It's on like the main Nickel Avenue.
Right, okay.
So not only would you able, if you're following the arrows, you'd be able to cut through the common district, hit Cafe Abreu, just really quick bolt through the impoverished district, and make it to the gambling district where the Twisted Opal is waiting.
Okay, is it okay if we make a detour real quick? I know it's late, but I just want to see something.
Yeah. Let's go.
Welcome back to Dieter's Detours.
I
Detours,
knew a
detours.
man named Brea. He owned a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
He makes absolutely fantastic food. Mostly a morning cafe.
You've heard of the name of Abreu before. You think for a moment, and you remember the name being specifically belonging to a Mr. Hugo, a individual that Dieter would oftentimes visit. A good friend of his. He knew him before you.
Let's go see Hugo.
I love Hugo.
Why
Why are you talking to
You kind of take Dieter's instructions, make your way to Cafe Abreu,
What is the
and find this low-hanging sign with a teacup, and inside of it is like this little rabbit-like creature with a horn, like sticking right outside of the front of the sign. It's just like a nice little logo of this creature, like peeking its head out, looking down with like
the
a very
logo,
like.
not the actual creature?
Correct, it's the logo of it.
Oh, well, that's so good. It's still here.
It looks like this is one of the rare occasions where something looks like it's never aged. If anything, it looks brand new. It's a new layer of paint, this sort of lime green mixed with the yellows painted across the sides, with various like small silhouetted tea bags like designed with decals across it as well. So
let's scratch that off the ball list.
So, that is Monsieur Carrot. He's a little like fake rabbit. He's fucking huge. He's like 2 feet big.
Oh wow.
you remember Monsieur Carrot was actually like the rare times you bring Croat with you here. He was pretty good friends with Croat.
Let's go.
Are they open?
You know, Croat.
They're a morning cafe. I don't believe
You hear commotion inside.
No fucking way.
I'm gonna.
I've
Wait, are there like hours or anything outside?
Nope, I park.
So at this point, you're parked.
Please.
Park my horse.
Who's getting out to see Cafe Obreo? And
I
staying
want
with
to
the wagon?
tell.
Okay, no.
Kavix and Vane, are you guys joining them to Cafe Obreo?
I'm gonna say watch the cart.
Okay, Vane,
Say that again?
are you going to go inside the cafe, or are you going to stay with the cart with Kavix?
I'm gonna stay in the cart.
Okay, so 2 and 2. Gotcha. So, as the two of you remain inside the cart, the other two of you head towards the door.
Before I leave, I'm gonna be like, you. I'm gonna point at Vane. You. Make art. I'm gonna point at you. Kavix. Don't kill my horse. Alright.
Why are you gonna kill your horse?
Fuck that.
I'm just saying don't. I don't think you would. Just don't.
Why would you bring it up regardless? You think that's savage?
No, it's not I use. It's just. It's like, I'm gonna lean it. Don't let her eat my horse.
Yeah,
Okay, bye guys.
Okay.
I mean, all true.
Um,
brings up a very good point. You probably want to say that to Vane. That's
Don't
No,
kill
I
my
told him to make sure that she doesn't eat my horse.
But they phrased it as
You,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah,
not
don't
to
kill
kill
my
my
horse.
horse.
don't kill the force, bro.
you, as you approach the door, hear a shatter inside as something breaks, like directly behind the door. Something just shatters. The door appears to be open, slightly cracked. Like,
Nine.
Can I see anything?
What do you see, Savants?
you look in, and you kind of slowly push against it, and a small chime. But the two individuals talking to one another don't seem to notice.
Two?
You find soft shelves lined with various porcelain crafts on one side of the wall, and a hand-carved wooden counter opposed the other. Various beans and tea bags across the shelves on the tops of the cafe. And in the direct center is this hunched over rodent of a man with a long wiry white tail, beady red eyes, and these very crooked rat-like teeth. His attire no more flattering, as it's just like a ragged hood covering this exposed top of his head and draping over crooked hunched shoulders. Before him is this sort of younger gentleman, maybe in his 30s at most, a vest over a long sleeve button up with a kind of crooked bow tie, seems a bit nervous, and you hear the rodent individual just, now that is wildly unfortunate, Mr. Hugo. Accidents like that tend to happen. You know, the Vartellos provide a sort of insurance from these sort of things from happening for a generous price, of course. And Mr. Hugo kind of, and kind of like putting his hand through his hair, just very stressed out. There's like a little ponytail he's kind of pulling out for a moment. I'm sorry, but we don't have the money for such expenditures. Now, I don't think that's too fair. I mean, and you just watch as he scampers across the room, hopping up on the counter, and like you have the door wide enough open so both of you can see into it. He's standing on the counter towards like the shelves of goods, to which in the center of the wall, there's a picture of Mr. Hugo, and right beside it, a clock. Very familiar one that is still ticking. As this rodent individual puts one kind of pointed claw behind the photo of Mr. Hugo. In the actual portrait, it's Mr. Hugo's smiling, warm expression, this bald, cheery halfling man with kind of like a little rabbit with a horn on its head directly in his lap as he's just smiling. And you hear the rodent just kind of go, Isn't your family's safety worth any cost? And he just knocks it off. The frame shatters on the ground. I mean, I can check if we have any more money. It's just been tough. And why don't you run along and do that? I'll help myself to some tea. Kind of looks around and immediately Mr. Hugo kind of puts his head down and walks towards a nearby hallway, departing into a nearby room.
Who the fuck is that rat? You say Vitellas? What's her name?
Were Vitellas around 80 years ago?
They were not, but you know a little thing about organized crime. Give me an insight check.
Inside?
Yeah.
Come on, please.
16.
So
Let's fucking go.
the Vartellos are a crime household that have been around for maybe 30 years at this point. There was a gray period after the Silver Tongue's unfortunate demise, to which they had this absent period of organized crime. That was just sheer chaos. Anarchy arose. A lot of just destructive behavior began coming out. And then the Vartellos provided a service that would offer protection towards buildings and people, which was openly taken. And there was a time where the Vartellos acted like a secondary militia to Pheydross. But soon enough, certain areas like the Common District showed to be a bit too safe. So rumor had it that they began stimulating crime in these areas, spreading the influence of the impoverished district to the Common District.
Oh boy.
Additionally, their reach only spreads through the Common District. The impoverished district is much more chaotic, and the gambling district is completely out of their jurisdiction. They have no domain whatsoever in that area, as there is a rivaling, pretty new faction of organized crime there that's been only around for maybe 5-10 years at most. So yeah, that's your little crime dump. So this seems to be a representative of the Vartellos. So as you're kind of recollecting that, another glass bottle shatters as he just knocks over a thing of tea leaves onto the floor. Unfortunate, Mr. Hugo. Real unfortunate. What those impoverished districts folks bring into here. All sorts of despicable things. What would you guys like to do?
I'm mouthing that to him. I was like, "We've
got to walk in and do something. Listen.
Yeah.
What? Do you have something?
No, I thought you had something.
Unless we want to kill him, which I don't think we should.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I could message him and scare the shit out of him.
Troll him.
no, don't do
Start
that.
screaming in his head.
You can reply.
Hold on.
You can reply to this message.
Okay, this guy, like, nothing good can come from him, okay? Obviously. So, maybe you could, like, set off a distraction or something in, like, a separate part of the room, and then we could, like, ambush him
Do
or
what?
something. I don't know.
Okay.
Pull him or
If,
something?
Oh my god!
listen, we can't kill people. Okay, we had 3 ghosts attack us. Cause you fucking killed them. You killed them. You're such a wild individual. You know that?
Both of you go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Shut up.
As he begins to hop down from the counter.
Dieter's leaning too far in the doorway.
How do you go first?
15!
15!
Natural 1. Wait, hold on for a grand total of
0.
3.
You step forward a little bit too far as the wooden planks creak as the individual just kind of goes, "Oh,
I walk in.
were you expecting guests, Mr. Hugo?" No, I'm getting the money. Just a moment, please. I'm sorry. I'll be with them. Just one moment. And immediately this like devilish smile creeps across this Rowan's face as now the hood drapes over his eyes and you can only see this gleam of red. Did you He only sees Dieter at this point.
Yeah.
Need some help, my friend?
Yes, I came to see my old friends.
Your old friend. Oh, is it Mr. Hugo over there?
This is correct. And you are?
Not really much for names.
Oh, you never gave me one at birth?
No,
I'm so sorry.
they used
It
to call me.
happens sometimes, you know.
No, they used to call me K, but I'm V.
V.
Yeah, short for Vartello.
Vartello. It's a very beautiful name. It's got a nice ring to it.
Oh, shut up.
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, sorry. Shut the fuck up.
That is very rude.
Do I care?
You should.
You got some deep-looking pockets.
No, actually, I don't.
He begins to walk towards you. What you got in those?
Well, in this one, I opened this one. It's the grung. It's fucking Zeitgeist.
He's just like doing that. He's like,
Zeitgeist. Go meet our new friend V.
he hops out, like kind of walks up to him and like offers his hand to shake it. V looks at him, just kind of steps over him. And what's in the other one?
Well, the other one, I have quotes.
And nothing else. And he kind of rings his tail around like your ankle, starts like circling around you, almost like a
Hey,
shirt.
listen. I have a wife. This is very...
Oh, you got a family.
Well, I had family.
They'd still be around if you had a little bit of protection.
Well, they'd be around if they weren't fucking dead. But that's none of my... That wasn't my fault.
Oh, well, did you have any life insurance?
I wasn't around when life insurance was a thing.
Well, now it is, and
What is it?
the Bartellos offer a wonderful service. You got
Do
the
you,
coin.
do you extend it to Mistwood?
Mistwood. Never heard of that one, but we extend it as far as you go, as long as you'll pay us.
Really?
Yeah.
So what does life insurance do?
So, it ensures your life stays intact. You know, all your little bits and pieces. Say, you know, you get your arm caught into something, it kind of grabs your arm and starts like pull it a little bit to the side,
stop.
or, you know,
Don't touch me. That's
you
rude.
accidentally fall in, you kind of try to trip your leg. Go ahead and give me a dex save on that.
Dude.
I'm gonna grab him.
Dude, I'm goated. 17.
17. You don't even need to, as he kind of like catches himself. But, you know, all sorts of possible dangers to become of you in this constantly changing world.
Damn, can I cast it? I don't know, or should I say? Well, I gotta kill this dude.
While this is happening, me and Kai are playing goldfish.
Kavix is fucking. Oh my god, you got any sixes?
Just in the carriage. Do
literally,
you have any?
I'm trying to like get their attention. I'm like,
There are 2 and 3.
We're playing Go Fish.
Go fish.
Okay, before we get any more frisky, because you're rubbing me, you sick mudder.
Oh, those are not my services.
You sure? Seems like it. Anyways, what do you want from Hugo? What does he owe you?
Just
be
money
blunt.
he's collecting me.
Just be blunt about it. Just say it.
He's collecting his money. Simple as that.
How much does he owe?
Hey, Hugo. Yes, sir. How much you bringing me? We have about 33 gold pieces. Then he owes me 34. I'll have to come back next week for the West.
For the West?
For the rest.
Yeah, for the West, you have a bit of Listen, I understand you didn't get to name when you were younger.
He looks at you, and his like face begins to scowl.
What is he? He's a rat?
He is. He's quite literally a rat folk.
I knew a rat folk once. His name was Mickey.
I
He
don't
was-
care.
Really?
No.
You don't know?
Look, if you got empty pockets, then I got empty ears, and you know, Mr. Hugo's gathering me what he owes, and you know, I'll be on my way. Unless, of course, you are looking for quality life insurance.
No. I'm more looking for my friends.
Well, he'll be out in any moment. Ain't that right there, Mr. Hugo? Come on, James. Don't be shy now.
Who the fuck is James?
James walks out. This is Mr. Hugo. This is James.
Oh.
James Hugo. As he walks out with a small pouch. 33. It's all there. Kind of snatches from him. given interest and the effect of those things, you could expect me sometime next week. All right, buddy. He kind of tosses it. All right.
I'm gonna tackle him.
As he tosses it, go ahead and give me a
Yes.
athletics check, because you're gonna basically grapple him.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
13.
13. Let me see if he breaks out. That's interesting. So you tackle him. You have him like grappled, but he's like. You are quite literally equally matched. He's sliming out like he's like, buddy,
I'm in that
don't
bitch.
fucking touch me. You're gonna help him.
Yes. I'm in
Roll
that
with
bitch.
advantage then. Go ahead and roll one more time.
Yes. As soon as I see him walk through the door.
That's a
Yes. Go in.
17.
That will do it. So how do you help Savant like tackle this
So
guy?
as like they're on the ground, I literally just I hold his arm down. I hold like his arms down.
He gets grabbed, trying to like break out of it, and immediately James just kind of catches the gold pouch and kind of clutches it to his chest. Oh god, oh. He kind of looks at both of you, just what's going on? Who are you?
Listen, you need to calm down.
You're holding his arm. You need to calm
Listen, you need to calm down. What the fuck do you?
Give me a
be?
persuasion check.
What?
Because there are two complete strangers that are fighting a rat in his house.
All right. Persuasion 15.
15. He kind of looks at you. Okay, I'm calm. What's going on?
Listen,
I'm listening.
Hugo, what the fuck are you in? I look up. Is it?
No,
Wait, you're not Hugo. Who are you?
I'm James. Wait,
James.
Hugo, you mean Abreu, my grandfather.
Grandfather.
He knows.
Who's your father? Robin?
Robin.
Robin?
You
Robin
know?
has kids. Wow.
Wait,
That's awesome.
do you know my... He kind of slowly puts the coin purse down to his side. Do you know my Uncle Perrin?
I knew them when they were young, yes. They were twins.
Who are you?
Listen, now's not the time, James.
I'm struggling to hold down. I'm like,
Listen,
it's
James,
don't
I have a
do
help.
this.
As a help,
And you see me like reaching for like a like shiv. He's like, oh,
What's the fuck?
give me a strength check. Yeah, like, with advantage because he's grappled.
listen, James, you either need to help or fuck off.
Natural 20, 21.
Immediately, you just kind of look down. He's out. He's knocked the fuck out.
That's not what I meant to happen.
James, go outside. Get our friend Kavix. He's the dragon boy. Tell him to get rope.
Of course.
Quickly,
certainly.
James, quickly,
He
James.
runs out. Kavix, you see a smaller halfling individual kind of makes his way out. Are you Kavix?
Yes.
Your friend in there said to get rope.
Okay.
He's in an altercation.
I figured, 'cause I don't know who the hell you are. I'm gonna grab some rope and then pop out.
I'm James. Sorry.
Nice to meet you, James.
Just so chill about it.
Who am I tying up?
Wait. This is in the middle of two of us playing a card game, just lounging in the cart. Just, you got any threes?
I just imagine Kavix is more annoyed that he has to end the card game than anything.
Oh no, they won.
That entire time, Evelyn was like feeding them cards too, like just like them from the deck. Alright,
I'll be back.
so you got your rope, you enter, and you see the scene of broken porcelain, a broken photo, like an unconscious rat man on the ground, and like kind of Savant like standing over him, like just like that.
I'm gonna hog tie the rat, man.
Just imagine.
Yeah, perfect hog tie as he
There you go. Now you can't move.
Just
Now I
holding
leave.
rope, he's like,
hog tied. Your job here's done.
and everyone's still in
You
like,
walk
the
right
positions
out.
that they were,
It's like,
like holding
hey.
his arms.
So we did this. Now what?
Y'all have fun. I leave.
No, help us, asshole.
Fuck you.
I didn't
We're in this
assault this man, okay?
He was assaulted.
James is fucking
This
just
guy.
walked.
James is like watching his mentor. He goes,
I don't live here.
No, I can call the god, and say that he did attack us, which he did. He did.
Wait, but he said something about Othello's and like life insurance. That sounds kind of messy.
Yeah, you're right. They'll get him out, no problem.
That's tied up. Get him or keep him tied up?
No, not
No,
here.
no.
Please, not here.
Oh, true.
That's all I recommend. And then I close the door.
What the fuck are
Yep.
Othello's? What are Othello's?
There.
He's like tied up to a chair now, I assume.
No, he's hog tied on the ground.
hog-tied.
Catherine's fucking hog tied him.
Damn. Okay.
You can't move. You can roll over. That's about it.
Okay.
They're thugs. No easy way to say it.
Okay, crime family. How the fuck
James nods.
did you get with a crime family, James? Grandfather would be. Wait, who's your grandfather? It's Hugo. It is Hugo, right?
Hugo's the last name. Abreu is the first name.
Abreu Hugo.
Because everyone knew him as Mr. Hugo, they never really knew him like
Abreu.
exactly. So there's always just been a Mr. Hugo. Exactly.
James, your grandfather Abreu would be very displeased.
I just did what was best for my family.
Scheiße, everything's all about fucking family.
This is fast and
He
furious.
kind of looks at you.
I understand.
You know,
I
my father.
I know better than everything. I know.
Come with me.
Come with me. We have a fucking good hog tied.
He kind of looks
I'll
at.
just put him on my shoulder.
Okay.
It looks like he's got it handled.
Let's go.
I think there's someone's you should meet.
Someone's.
He leads you to the same hallway that he had just walked down, and he opens a door.
Hello?
Inside a very dimly lit room in candlelight is a ragged bed with two halflings laying just kind of beside each other, extremely old.
Is this fucking
They're at least in their
Parasite?
90s
Robin and Perry.
as they're resting, sleeping. They look like the halfling equivalent of like the old people from
That's
Willy
Willy
Wonka.
Wonka.
Exactly. The bed
It's
caps
like-
and all. Just
Dieter walks in. I gotta go.
James.
Where's the water?
Is that you? Yes, uncle. It is. James, my boy. Would you please dim the light?
I'll dim it. Press it to the station.
that one hit me. Damn. Okay. Okay, sure. Light dims. Thank you, my son.
I'll walk out.
Slowly, James shuts the door as you both walk out.
I hate this.
Once my uncle grew ill,
Everyone's fucking ill.
I helped my father run the shop as best we could. But his focus was on taking care of his brother. Pretty soon, he became ill, and even sooner, I had to become a man. So, for
Tell me about it.
the past 20 years, I've been doing the best I can. But there's only so many broken windows you can sweep up, and so much broken goods that you can repair until those costs outweigh the actual price of things. So you need to get, kind of looks over on your shoulder, insurance. They
James, you're doing good. Don't be ashamed. I was only joking.
He kind of goes over to the side, behind the counter, picking up the now kind of crumpled photo of his grandfather and kind of puts it right next to the clock.
Do you know who made that clock, James?
When my grandfather was around, he said no matter what people would tell him about that man, he always knew him as a good friend.
I love the whale so much. Oh, that hit me hard.
How's it feel? How's it fucking feel?
James, I am that man. I made that clock. I seen them a month ago when Robin and Perrin were only yay high. Maybe like 10, 12-ish. And I disappeared. I was hoping maybe Monsieur was still around, or Eloise, maybe Hugo, Gabriel.
He shakes his head.
None of them? Not even Monsieur Carotte? Shit, I didn't know they had life expectancy. I thought they lived forever.
Shakes his head no.
Scheiße. And your grandmother?
Never got the chance to know her.
Oh shit, she's an elf. How'd she die? She should be here. She was gonna outlive all of us. That was the plan, at least.
Life doesn't really go by plan.
Yeah, no shit. Are they, I point towards the Willy Wonka motherfucker. Are they, is it okay if I walk up?
Just
Yes, be gentle.
he opens the door back for you. Would you like to join him?
Punch the fucking rat. Just punch him a bit. Actually, punch the rat. Yo, that guy, fuck that guy. Take his teeth.
He's kill people.
Take his bones.
Okay.
That shit is
I walk up.
Have your moment.
Walk up to the door. Creak it open. I walk in. Hello? Robin? Perry? Anuna? Mein kleine Kinder?
Perrin just kind of. Who is that? Who's there? But Robin, kind of more curiously. Mr. Uramacher, is that you?
My name is Dieter Uhrmacher. Last I saw you boys, you were running around here, causing havoc. You ruined my chess game.
Because I stole the pawns.
Because you stole the pawns. What assholes. Why have you grown?
King me. Parents kind of says that, and you hear like a kind of, and you hear Robin speak up. It's not king me. It's checkmate.
There you go. That's it. I'm glad one of you remembered.
How could we ever forget you?
What happened? Why are you so old? What happened to your father? Your mother? Mr. Carrot? What has happened to Pheydross?
They both kind of stay silent, and Robin just answers, time.
Oh, it's not what I needed. Is there any way I can help you guys? Any way?
They pause for a moment.
Do you need money? I have some golds.
No, it
Very
isn't.
little.
Just, it was good to know that you're still around.
Yeah, barely. You guys rest now. You need it. I will talk with James and see if they need anything. It was good seeing you boys tonight. Feel like the straight heads.
In sync, they both go, Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. I walk out.
And you shut the door gently behind them.
That was not cool. I hate that. Jesus. I fucking hate time.
Hugo just kind of, I might have a way to help you with that problem.
Okay.
The rat problem?
He nods.
You do have an infestation.
He kind of chuckles, like, right this way. He kind of guides you through the back door of the shop and towards the nearby. Yeah, there was absolutely plumbing. You're familiar with this extremely sewage grate. He lifts it up, or begins to lift it up, I should say. Just
What, chuck him in?
one moment, kind of ding ding ding, knocks 3 times,
The fuck, James?
and from there's 3 small holes on the top of the actual sewer disc. A small rodent crawls out from it. It's a dark soot-covered rodent, black fur, with soft white spots across its body. Kind of scratches under its chin. Hello, little friend. Is our mutual compatriot with you? The mouse just kind of smiles and gives a little squeak. I know. It's good to see you too, Shroom.
Shroom!
Now, could you give me a little help, please?
Got you.
You begin to lift it, and the rodent just kind of shakes his head.
I look at fucking James.
I'm sorry, not you. He knocks 3 times. Ding, ding, ding. But the one on the other side. As you watch the disc kind of slide open, and you see a young man, maybe 20s, 30s at most, very fair, soft, clay-like features, like blonde, dirty blonde hair on his head, and this like small bow-like instrument on their back. Well, James, wasn't really expecting to see you. What do you have there? Sorry, Konak. Could you put put him downstream for me? James, you did not kill the... No, he's not dead. He's not dead. Look, can you show me he's not dead, please?
He's breathing.
Just air coming out.
I'll listen for a second. Yeah.
Look, he's a Vartello, and Konak immediately goes, say no more. He's a Vartello, that's all I need. Just hand him.
Handing.
Come on, Shroom. The little mouse just right on his shoulder. You really shouldn't mess with these guys. They're a real pain in the ass.
Not really, it's pretty easy.
You only have to deal with one of them. He slowly makes his way down the ladder rung. Could you shut that for me?
She's not shutting.
Thank you. And with that, Konak and Shroom take the Vartello elsewhere.
Vodka cognac. That's that name forever.
James
So nice.
just kind of goes. He has a bit of a history with those Vartellos, and I thought I'd call in a favor. He does a lot of tidy work in the Common District. Very kind. Now then, did you gentlemen need anything? The Kavix fellow?
I mean, I just wanted to say hello, to be honest. I was hoping I'd see Abreu and Luis, maybe the fucking rabbits.
You saw us. Kind of
I saw
smiles.
you.
And I'm grateful for that. He takes the pouch that he was going to give to V and he offers
No,
it to you.
that's yours. You keep that. I don't need money.
He kind of offers both.
No.
Are you sure?
That's yours.
That's all you.
That's all you.
Thank you.
You earned it. You keep it.
If at any point you wish for interior decoration or a fine beverage, you know where we are. I mean, after all these years, you still remember.
I'm gonna give him a piece of platinum.
Oh my god!
The exact same thing, actually.
Give him what?
A piece of platinum.
Oh.
It's like 10 gold, but still, that's really nice. That's like giving someone like a $10 bill.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, how
Like
much,
here's
how
some-
much money did we get last time? I wrote it down somewhere.
5 cents.
Y'all got
Shut up, man.
I had 5 platinum.
I think we all got 5 platinum, right?
Well, Savant was the one who distributed the
You bet.
platinum beneath, or amongst you 3.
We all had 10, I think.
Yeah, that sounds
10
right.
platinum?
That sounds correct.
Damn.
So you're gonna give one to James.
Yeah,
All right. So you hand James the platinum. He goes, "Thank you. I'll make sure it goes to good use. I think I'll start by buying a new frame for my grandfather." Puts it in his pocket.
It's the last thing you could
Oh, I have it.
You have 5.
If you want, you can come back through the middle, or you can go around. It connects back to the main avenue.
Go back to
Okay. Just follow around the building, and it's going to be right out front. You can't miss it. You're just going to be on the other side.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah, of course. He kind of offers you his hand. Kind of shakes it. Thank you. And he offers you his hand.
You don't get a handshake. You get a hug.
Aw.
Wait, I want a hug.
you start hugging. He's like heads up to like your like stomach, chest region, and then like you kind of come in like bear hug style and just like.
It's like hug both of you.
Yeah. And so yeah, with that, you begin to make your way back
I
to
shake
the
his head
party.
on the way out. And I go,
Buffy?
I
I knew it.
All right. You are reconvened with the party after meeting with Mr. Hugo. Would you like to continue your way towards towards the opal? Towards the opal. Okay. A twisted opal. Gotcha. So you return back to the cart after that entire altercation. Kavix, you notice that they are one rodent man short.
We killed them.
He's gonna take it.
Wait. Is this the large rat that you... Wait.
Yeah, that I was literally just talking about.
There is no rat with them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
We dumped them in a sewer. Some dude took them. I don't know.
He's in good hands, I think.
I hope so.
Well,
I
I don't
mean,
care
honestly,
if he's
I
in
don't
good
know.
hands,
Fuck that
actually. Yeah, fuck him.
Oh,
He's,
we
he's
didn't
a
lose him.
cunt.
We
And he
forgot.
knows. What?
We forgot to take a shit.
It's fine.
We're such good people.
We're so fucking nice. Let's go.
Alright.
This was good fuck.
You continue towards the now
Good job, Ash.
impoverished district. Immediately, the simple common life of the common district finds itself fading into the ruggedness of the impoverished district. Although there were originally not too many impactful scents in the common district, the scent of sewage and overabundant garbage littering the walkways begin to creep their ways into your nostrils. What were previously perceived as curious onlookers at your passing party, kind of giving you like generous waves, like hey, just kind of making their ways past, are now replaced with much more greedier gazes.
Fuck you.
You've seen that everyone else as you pass glances at you from the meager candlelight, more so looking to see what they can gain from you.
I'm just gonna have
We
like
took a
I will
into-
kill you if you
into
fuck with
Detroit.
me. Look on my face.
Give me an intimidation check on that.
Okay.
Is what we basically did.
Calix, I'll also say, if you want, you can also give intimidation because you are a fucking 6 foot tall man with glaive,
Huge.
built different.
16.
You are the two of you look like mercenaries together, quite literally.
Okay. No, it's like 11.
11. Both of you are pulling it off pretty well. Like Calix, this is casually you just sitting there, and this is like Savant avidly showing dominance, and people are spreading the fuck
Savant
out.
just-
They're like not looking to do it. What is left of these buildings? From the ones that are standing, many are just either burned down, either sounds good. Are packed with families, either trying to get by or left abandoned in these poor, dilapidated districts. The three of you see a sign catch your eye, and Savant, this actually slows your pace of Precious Lady as you read it. It is one of the only still lefting stands. It almost, at first you think it's a shop, maybe a store, with other fronts closed down. But this one has a certain charm to it. Fresh paint, coated over layers prior, with the most warmth you've ever seen in the area as you begin making your way through. It reads, Miss Camille's Orphanage for Gifted Children.
Oh my god, the fucking X-Men are here.
There's a kid outside that's shooting lasers.
Savant, you think you hear a child crying, but then being cooed from inside. Either the orphanage or your head, you're not too sure. But
Oh no.
the orphanage itself is a narrow, purple brick building with a large gash on the roof, exposing the top levels to the open night sky. The rest of the building in seemingly alright condition, with a wooden porch leading up towards the shut door. Savant, this reminds you of someone.
Hmm?
This reminds you of
I
someone.
hope it's not a dead person.
Do I need to
Sus.
figure out someone
Those other fucking ghosts.
with a check, or can you tell me?
You might have to. You take a moment, look at the surroundings, and
No.
in the general area of the orphanage, not where it stood, but in the general area, this is very familiar.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What would you like to do?
Oh god.
At this point, you've all noticed that like the speed of Precious Lady
Has slowed down.
slowed down.
Oh, why are we stopping? This is a very.
Savant is looking at an orphanage.
Walking the way. Keep going.
Do you plan on adopting? Why are we stopping?
I'm down.
He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna slow and just like after like a little bit, then he's just gonna speed up. Not saying anything.
Gotcha. You begin to speed up, and as you kind of like are slightly distracted for a moment, you hear a "Watch out!" and just immediately Precious Lady just reins upward.
Should not just run over a kid.
You do hear kind of like a lurch beneath the carriage.
Oh shit.
I mean, like. Was that what you?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, scheisse! I get out.
I get out too.
There's a child on the ground.
No!
I check on the child.
Wait. Is he faking?
Insight check. Give me a fucking
Piece
insight
of shit.
check.
I know these little kid assholes. I've been here before. Fucking.
What the fuck?
Bro, only gap, bro.
The
Hello?
only gap in the whole table.
Someone sauce me a D20.
Okay, that's
7.
Oh! Do I reroll it?
Mhm.
Hey, funny.
Bro.
Miss
Ooh.
Camille's Orphanage for what?
Gifted.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna roll and make sure the kid's not fucked.
Wait, what was it? Insight?
Medicine insight.
Word. Oh, insight's goaded right now. 10.
10.
Dude, I got a
21. You check. There's no abrasions. There's no wounds. His bones are in the right place. His spine's all good. His tongue's hanging out. Like, it's just, like, unconscious. You think he's fucking dead.
We're gonna, like, lift him up. Hey, kid.
He's got a ragdoll.
Didn't hit you.
Kind of opens his eye a little bit.
Oh, scheiße.
Oh! And it's like this little, like, it's a human child. Like, kind of, like, light brushed brown skin with, like, kind of moppy, ragged hair and, like, tattered clothing as he, like, looks at you and just, hey, mister, don't eat me, please.
Listen, kid.
Why is that your first response?
He will eat you. You don't want to be eaten.
I don't
I've seen
wanna
you
be
eat 3 kids already.
What the hell? I've known you for 4 days.
Shut up.
He's eaten 4 children in 4 days.
I'm gonna get out.
Do you want to be the fish?
Okay. I'm gonna push them both away.
Tell us everything.
We're pushing him. It's like, are you okay?
He's fine. Go away, kid.
You're not good with children.
Are you okay?
He looks at you. Yeah. Kind of looks shyly and a bit embarrassed. You look underneath the carriage cabox, and there's like a really big rock that he must have like put under it, right as you to imitate the effect of him being ran over.
That's smart.
The kid just kind of looks at you.
That's very smart.
Hey.
Yeah.
Where are your parents? Parents, whatever, whoever you
That's
live
fucked
with.
up. Look where we are.
Your parents. I'm just like
His eyes start watering.
Oh no!
As immediately watch.
I'm gonna hug. I'm like, I didn't think about what I'm so sorry.
What's your passive perception?
13.
You feel a hand towards your gold pouch.
Okay, no.
Alright, little Steve, go in.
Stop.
Okay, grab that. I'm like, okay. You know what?
His eyes like just gushing. Still, he like the tears are sincere, but his muscle like instinct like.
I'm gonna give him a gold.
Oh, it's
Hey.
Yo!
It's Ash.
I'm just gonna be like, you know what?
We're getting mugged.
Just, I'll give him a piece of
Hey.
gold.
Oh, wait, what?
By a child.
Wait, what? Vane in the cart. We're being mugged.
Hey, wake up. What? We're being mugged.
I'm gonna be like,
POV.
listen, kid. What's your name? What's your name?
You're about to find out that I'm actually a villain in this game.
I'm Kent.
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 I'm Savant.
Why am I having hella
Alright,
deja vu?
here, take this.
He takes it in his hand.
I don't
Oh,
what?
the big guy gives more.
The big guy.
Puts in his
You
pocket.
want more?
This is my first time meeting you, and you also tried to mug me
I didn't.
and make it seem like I ran you over, which
That
is
wasn't
kind
even for me.
What?
For a craft. Here.
What do you mean?
You're so old.
Damn. That is very
Here.
hurtful.
He kind of offers his hand out. Come on.
Where we go?
Okay.
Not all people drive like you.
I'm gonna check, make sure my things. I still have my pouch.
Yeah, it's like I'm keeping my couch on
the
me.
big guy. I was like,
No, you're fine. It was
I
literally just.
Okay.
Both of you are fine, Savant. Like, you have a good grasp on him. Just
he's like Mario.
come on. Kind of walks, and quite literally as you're walking, another car just zooming down, just nearly hits both of you as it just jets
I
across.
walked.
Watch where you're going, asshole.
These young people.
Wait.
I'm gonna take the carriage and move it out of the way.
Sounds good. You take the reins.
He picks it up.
He guides you up the steps of the orphanage, and there's like, kind of like looks at you.
Big guy?
Knock. You knock, and behind the door, you hear another child's voice, very excitedly, just, it's him, he's here, I knew he'd come, I just knew it, and just immediately behind it, an older voice just, now Fang, hold on, let me get the door, and just immediately the door swings open, and you see this glowing, radiant, just youthful face of an orc child just grinning from ear to ear, lime green play dress on with matching little hair pig ties, dark brown hair, her skin is a sort of like aquatic blue with these slight little nubbins peeking out of her mouth, and she's just grinning from ear to ear, and she looks at you, and she just, oh. And you just see a drain. She could be no more than 4 or 5, and this is like the most disappointing experience of her entire
It's like when you find out
life.
Saints.
She looks at you, just, it's
Like
not
when you
him,
become
Miss
self-aware.
Camille. It's not Fluffy Man. And she just kind of goes back and starts heading inside. Swapping places with her is an older dwarvish woman, maybe in her 50s, probably 60s, a spring of curly gray and white hair placed around her round head. These very youthful features on still aged tan skin. with a birthmark on the bridge of her nose, kind of like a splotch that like makes its way towards her like cheekbones as she looks at you and goes, "Oh, Kent, you made a friend. How sweet. Can I help you, sir?" Come now, Kent. And Kent like takes her hand. "Hi, Miss Camille," and immediately kind of goes back inside. "Oh, he was gonna help me with Fang's craft, right?" And he like kind of looks at you and smiles.
I squint. I squint at him. I'm like,
Fang.
yeah.
Fang is like, "You will?
Yeah.
How many shiny pieces do you have?"
What?
Look, and out from her pocket, she pulls like a little bracelet with like holes punched into coins that she's made. There's like 4 on there. How many do you have?
I gave him one.
Oh, Fluffy Man has more. But I think this will be enough. Do you have something to like punch it through? Miss Camille won't let me use the hole puncher.
Do I have something?
Wait. Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Do I? Do I have anything that
You could probably use a knife and just.
in front of children?
Miss Camille looks at your knives and her, like all your weapons and just goes, if you would like to continue this conversation, might I request you leave your weapons outside?
Yeah, I'll be right back. I was like, I drop him off at the cart.
Swords, knives, everything, and you come back.
What's in there?
Huh?
What's in there?
Children.
We're in front of an
You
orphanage.
got it?
And
No, I
apparently I'm
understand.
helping with a boy's project.
I think it's a girl.
A girl's project.
Okay, you got this by yourself? We need backup?
I think I'm good.
Okay,
they're
you got
they're
this.
children.
They're babies.
I hope.
They're little people.
They're all adults.
As you walk back, she goes, "Thank you. I don't believe it's appropriate to subject children to such violence."
I didn't have time to think about it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Come, join me. She kind of offers you to join her inside.
All right.
The doors she shuts behind as she goes. The orphanage's interior is just as worn and disheveled as the exterior, but there are attempts to make it more homely. Pictures taped to the walls, drawn by the children. One that catches your attention is one with the word Fang, roughly scratched in crayon on the bottom, with a picture of the same orcish girl who's kind of following around you, like looking at you intently, holding the hand of what looks like a lion on 2 legs. As you continue, you hear, "I am Camille. The children call me Miss Camille. And you are?"
I'm a savant.
Savant. Tell me about yourself.
Well, put it simply, I'm coming back here after a very long time of not having been here.
As you're like talking, like 2 kids are like playing tag, like run past you, like, "I got you! No, you didn't!" And just kind of sprinting on by.
It's never quiet here, is it?
And that's for the better. What is your occupation? Oh my god. My god.
I guess at this moment I am just an...
Freelancer. The answer's freelancer. Say that.
I was gonna say adventurer, but yeah. I'm a freelancer.
Freelance in what way?
Town to town.
What do you do freely?
I build things.
Oh, like a craft, like
Yeah.
a woodworker.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you make? Oh, what do you build of wood?
Anything, really.
Oh, well, I'll keep that in mind. Do you enjoy what you do?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
She's got over.
Any hobbies?
She's pressing me right now, bro.
Wood.
Wood.
Don't really separate
What is this
work
shit?
now, do you? How would you describe yourself?
describe myself. I'm keeping my hands in my pockets. It's like, I'm just like making sure like this isn't like some sort of trick.
She's very sincere.
She was better yet. Do you want this kid?
Do you want this kid?
It's
Do you want my kid?
She's
You want me?
masturbating you to a kid right now.
What was the question again?
How would you describe yourself?
How would I describe myself?
How would you
I'm
describe yourself?
Badass.
pretty hardworking. I'm
I'm built different.
And how would those around you describe yourself?
sexy, loyal. No,
There's children.
Covers the ears of one of them.
no, I don't say that.
Kind.
I think they would say I'm loyal and hardworking.
Are you married?
No.
Actually, I would be matchmaking.
Now, the question that
What are you
we
adopting?
were, of course, having to get to,
Dieter's
are you looking to adopt today?
can't say I am. I was just passing by here. I got dragged in here by Kent.
Well,
Little rascal.
well, it always seems to be. But his heart's always in the right place. As these children. You know, it's actually kind of funny how we found Kent. He more or less found us, and immediately her conversation is cut short as you hear the roars of like celebration making their way down the avenue. You both see this as this is happening. What were once distinguished gentlemen, what were once dormant, quiet streets of poverty suddenly become lively roads of hope as members of all ages gather towards a moving mass in the center of the street. In the direct center, a vibrant display of luxury and wealth, is a paladin. And without any further ado, Vince, go ahead and describe Lock Day for me.
Lock Day Goldenmane. He is a paladin. He's
hot.
He's a hunk. He stands 6'2", 320 pounds. He has extravagant white fur, fluffy, one might describe, with green eyes. He is gilded, as you may tell, with armor that is enseamed with white and regular gold. He has a cape and a very, very distinguished hammer and shield.
So much more rich.
He also has a miniature.
Motherfucker got that drip, bro.
He has the fucking drip.
I have rags. Some asshole gave me his jacket. I had to put your name on.
As the crowd,
and you just see like money just being like thrown up,
showers of gold as people are just Lock Day, we love you, Lock Day,
and I love you.
As the crowd draws closer towards the orphanage, you hear Fang's excitement once again rise. It's him! He's back! It's Fluffy Man! As she just scoops something off the mantle and sprints right out the door. Just, Fang, wait, come back to, oh, yeah, could you please go grab it? I'm sorry. It's just
run.
You watch as like you're moving through the streets, but immediately you just hear Fluffy Man, right here, and you.
And I'm
see,
like, everyone, clear the way!
You as you do this, coins as both like hordes of people go in the direction of the coins, and just you part the humans like sea of people.
What is this bullshit?
Yeah, you walk the street now, like kind of like dissipated as she runs and just like goes to wrap her arms around you as best as she can. Like you're fucking huge, like she's just like barely getting.
I just pick her up and spin her.
Thanks, stay here. Stay here, and I gotta get some of the money. Go get money.
Yeah, you guys are on the side.
Get the fuck out of the way, kid.
It's like a pinata.
I was like,
I knew you'd be back. I told them you'd be back. I got you something.
I got you something.
more money.
Immediately, like, here, take, and pulls out a small furry object from inside of her raggedy coat pocket lining of her skirt. At first you think it's an actual rodent, but as you look closer, it's a small plush mouse held together by patches and care that she seemingly made for you.
Oh.
It's like a little cat toy that she probably found.
How lovely. I'll keep it right here. I kind of like tuck it in the top of my like armor, so it just like sticks out a little bit.
Sticking out a little bit, yeah. You didn't have to get me anything, but what did you get me?
Yo, motherfucker got that drip.
Check it out. And I open the box, and it's yeah, exactly. It's a necklace that has what appears to be like a fang on it, but it's made of like white and white gold and silver. So it's like very like encrusted, and it's a necklace.
Is that for me?
Yeah, yes it is. And I'd like put it
can't
on her
believe
neck.
She looks down. I love it. I really do. You're here to adopt me, right?
Not today.
Well, I show her one day, but currently I'm on my quest to be a paladin, and that takes a lot of work.
I could come too. We could both be paladins.
It's dangerous. I don't want you there.
I'm
No, I'm serious. It's much too much for you. I'll be back, but I don't want you there when it's happening.
Okay.
I'll be back. I mean it.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage because you're being genuine.
Alright.
I came back.
And you gave her the necklace. Oh my god, a knife!
Huge.
What do I do? Persuasion?
Yep, with advantage.
10.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I got a 4 and a 9.
She looks hesitant for a moment and goes, I'll wait. I promise.
Good.
Thank you. Now, if you have to go on your quest, what are you doing here?
One last stop to see you. Drop off your present.
She kind of smiles, and thank you, Fluffy Man.
Of course.
What is your quest? You have to go fight a dragon? You know they can eat you.
No, not that.
No, they can eat you. You're not that big against a dragon.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any dragons involved. Not that dangerous, but I do have to go and it seems to protect a city.
Are there gonna be bandits?
I'm sure there will be.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Well, don't forget your hammer.
Oh, I won't. I always have Bandit Smasher with me.
Wait, what did you call it?
It's Bandit Smasher.
That's fucking sick. That's sick.
Like literally, like in the cart, you just hear, "What the fuck did he just call that?"
That's fucking cool.
As you say this, at this point, you all see Lockday. Savant, you have caught up to Lockday at this point, and now see him like gently holding Fang in his arms.
Is this the Fluffy Man you were talking about?
Yeah, this is him. This is Lock Fluffy Man.
Lock Fluffy Man. Nice to meet you, Lock Fluffy Man.
That's not my name, but that's what I go by for her. My name is Lockday Golden Maiden. At your service. And I kind of like put a hand out with like a little pouch in it.
Yes, sir.
How
Yes.
much is it?
Roll a d20.
What?
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Hey, what?
Do I add anything to it?
Just d20.
3.
Data, what is this? What is
That is 3 gold pieces in that pouch, but it like sounds like more, and you open it, just 3.
Hey, bro, still pretty. At least you didn't have to scramble the ground like Peter and I.
Yeah.
What did we get?
Thank
We were actively on the ground, like pinata circle.
Give me an investigate, or give me a, I'll say investigation for like, because you're also having to like wrestle against mobs, not literally, but like people are all over this.
Dude, I'm
Black Friday.
By the way, what did you say to roll?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Oh,
Shit.
+5.
17.
17.
8.
8. Okay, so
Bring me my money.
so you find 16 gold pieces,
Damn.
and Dieter, you find 22 gold pieces.
Woo! Fucking go. I'm gonna go crazy.
What do we get?
Wait. To Savant, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, there's usually more in there. It's kind of random. Hold on. And I open my gold pouch. That's just like, it's a bag like this big.
Yeah.
And then I open it, and my hand just goes down into it. And I just like grab, let's say, 15.
Yeah.
gold pieces.
50.
Just hand it
Right
to
up. Just no problem.
A bag of clothing that just has gold in it.
Yes. Quite
Literally.
Yes.
Free money.
It's a, what is coin purse of holding? I
Yeah,
think
coin
is what we
purse of
call it.
holding.
Yeah.
Oh, I have full name too.
Fuck.
And it's smashed it.
Dude, man, straight from walking mint, bro. What the
This is
heck?
the coolest man you have ever met in your entire life.
This
He
guy-
said, "Fuck the economy, I'm here."
Yeah, I hope these coins might vanish.
Oh my god, this guy fucks.
Like, he gives me money and he's friends with children. That's a guy. That's a man.
He's gonna be the protector of the city. Not this one though. You're not gonna be here for long. But when you come back, you'll be the hero of the city.
Exactly.
What
And I
city-
will be back.
What city are you going to?
Well, I've been given a quest to go to Oberhaven, it appears. I must protect the city and help the guards.
Listen.
Some kind of, I guess, event may be happening.
Wait, event like what? Event like what? Please tell me.
I don't know, they didn't give me details. They just said they needed more guards.
What if I told you?
I'm just gonna grab Peter real quick. Remember who we have with us.
Yeah, that's fine.
This guy's so cool.
This guy's cool. This guy's cool. Listen here, guys. Wait, hold on. Guys. This asshole's coming to Oberhaven.
Do I hear
You know
this?
what I mean?
Yeah, you hear.
You know
You
what
have
I
like
mean?
fucking your ears are
You
perking.
say asshole is a term of endearment.
Okay, that's
I look at him. I think he hears us. I just grab him close.
You didn't really move away. You're kind of just right here.
Sorry, don't mind us.
Who's talking right now?
Don't mind us.
It's not that big of a problem. I just
Can
I can still hear you.
You can grab Dieter, no problem. Savant more is like he has to go limp sort of thing. Cause
I just kind of go back to talking to Fang while that happens. I'm not really like.
Do have
Fang is explaining to you the many types of like
Savant,
crayon
earlier,
and
I
why
wanted to
each
ask.
one tastes different.
The best disguise is a
Really?
mask.
So the
Keep it
colors
one
taste
for our
different.
friend with
So
the
you'd think
legs.
orange tastes like orange, but it actually tastes kind of like lemon. And then like yellow tastes like green, and green
Okay,
tastes
I'll be-
bad.
Really?
Most of them taste bad.
That's
It's
interesting.
Oberhaven. It's good to have a.
Oh, that guy right there. She points to Savant.
Uh-huh.
That guy was gonna help me make another gift for you. Well, it was a gift for both of us. He does the thing too with gold, but he doesn't have as much as you. But he's giving. He gives his most.
I'm trying.
Well, that's nice
I'm
to
waiting
hear.
to ask
I'm
about-
glad.
I'm God.
Oh God.
I can
I'm
voice a
God.
5-year-old child and God, and yeah, at the same time. What do you need?
How long would it take for me to make a wooden mask?
Like a voodoo one. Like a witch doctor.
I'm gonna say that you had maybe a little bit of wood left over. I'm gonna say that that's the amount of wood that you can use to make a wood mask. I'm gonna say it will take you
criminal.
as long as it just to cover the face of the person. Maybe about 20 minutes.
What?
But to be like a sexy savant, handcrafted like fucking blue spirit
Well, I mean, I would have
mask,
to
like several hours.
God,
You're also not
that's
doing like
totally
layers of tarnish. Like it's gonna be kind of fragile. Like it's not gonna be the best, but it will do the job.
Does Loctite know about Vane?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I'm just making
Everyone
sure.
knows about Vane. That's why, like, you're not mentioning the part that Oberhaven's right by the Konigwald, which is the very place that people got, slaughtered and murdered.
As you do.
Just don't want to scare anybody.
How long?
Make that mask.
What, like at least 20 minutes.
Alright, I'm
Why
gonna
is
talk
it
to our
so-
guests, make a lie that they have a skin disease, so the reason why the mask makes sense.
That's not a complete lie. That's actually kind of funny. That's not a complete lie.
I'll go let our guests know.
Am I the guest, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to
Potentially.
No, I'm not listening. That was out of character.
All right, you go off to tell Vane the plan. All right. What would you like to say?
Alright, Vane. We may end up having guests coming with us. Hopefully not. Regardless though, Savant is making you a mask. Let's say you have a skin disease and you're embarrassed of it. Easiest way to cover up.
I mean, it's not a complete lie, darling. I mean, I am, on your skin
Hey,
and
your demon can make some weird effects.
devil.
Hold on, we can't hear you, Ash.
Why can't we hear the ash?
I think Ash
Can't
has.
hear you? There we go.
Ah.
No, that's what Vane's expression was. Just
The easiest disguise is a
Bruh.
mask,
Bruh.
and skin disease is an easy reason.
Besides,
We should also give you an alternate name.
we could call you Evelyn.
Ooh, I like that.
no, that's too obvious.
What? No one really
No
knows
one
your
knows
name except knows my name except for the party and I guess the rest of the brood. But
You go by something else?
Fine, we could do with that.
What about Yulia?
we could give you a man name.
Like Dita.
Deta's not
Dieter
there.
too.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's
Dieter
fine.
No.
What about Locte? That's a nice name.
Funny thing about that.
I know. I overheard.
What if we name you Thrasher?
I don't think that
That's a sick fuck.
Vane's
That's a
much
cool
of a
name,
thrasher.
but that begs
We'll,
question.
we'll just stick with Evelyn. Fine.
Alright,
Just stick with
Alright,
Evelyn.
Evelyn, you have
There's
I'm gonna take
skin
Fang
disease.
back into the.
Savant's gonna make you a mask. It's gonna look like shit for now, but
No, I'm gonna put like an hour's worth of
Fine.
time into it.
Okay. Oh, but okay. So give me a sleight of hand check. Let's see how good this mask
What
comes
does it
out.
look like?
we could simply get more wood and make another
You
mask later.
walk Fang back to the orphanage. Kind of set her down. She goes,
Alright, that's the plan.
"I'm gonna miss you, Fluffy man.
And I'll miss you.
It won't be too long. I mean, you got a big hammer and bandits aren't that big. You'll be back in no time.
Exactly.
And then with all the money, we can just throw it at people.
That's the plan.
I can't wait."
Neither can I.
She kind of walks back inside, and you see behind her, Miss Camille just kind of give you a nod. She'll be here waiting.
Kinda mass
How are you
design,
doing,
really.
Mr.
I'm doing
I
quite
think it's
well.
for your character.
True.
She kind of looks for a moment.
Predator.
You can tell that something is bothering her. She kind of... One moment, children. She shuts the door behind, like kind of cutting him out and walks outside.
Yeah.
Locte, I don't wish to alarm you, but there have been rumors traveling around the gambling district. There is a new form of currency traveling in that particular part of the area. You are quite familiar with the various forms, platinum, gold, copper.
Yes, absolutely.
Since the gambling district is mostly unchecked and most word is rumor, it's unfortunate to say that I've heard that children are now being offered as currency in the district. I fear that people might come and, under false pretenses, say that they are giving a child a new home with a new chance at life, but I fear that something worse may arise from them. Now, I overheard that you will be dealing with some of your own oathly paladin duties, but when you return, please, if there's anything you can do, if anything Damatar may be able to offer, it would truly ease my mind.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Locte.
Of course.
She opens the door, and the last thing you see before she shuts it is Fang's smiling face as she goes.
And I just...
Goodbye, Locte.
What?
Door shut. What'd you roll on that side of hand check? You make a cool square that will cover someone's face as Locte begins to walk down the porch
That's what it
steps.
Square.
It is quite literally, in Locte's case, it is now or never as he walks down the steps. You have a face cover. It will do.
I gave it to Ashton. Like I'll make you a better one eventually.
I'm safe. Hold on, I just picked one out.
All right.
Just carve a
There you
face
go.
into it. You're good at carving.
There you go. I sent it to Kai.
Let's see it. It's just a giant penis. Please.
Oh, that's not nothing too crazy.
Ooh.
Let me see.
Oh. It's epic. You sure you don't want the avatar one?
Oh, that is pretty sick. That is pretty sick.
No,
Vane, drape that bit of cloth around you. Cover the armor. Might be a giveaway.
Cover the armor.
I'm saying like whisper. We need to get you a new color scheme too at some point.
Sure, we need new digs. It's also very late in the morning.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's like 12.
It is currently.
Like 1 a.m. actually.
Yeah, it's 1:10.
We need to get you new digs.
You. Hey, you.
Yeah.
You talking to me?
You. Yes, I'm talking to you. Listen, hear me out.
Yeah, what do you want?
We are on the way to Oberhaven. I've hired Kavix as a guide. It's always good to travel in numbers. And we're just wondering, you don't have to. If you wanted to come along.
No, I'm good. I'm kidding.
Well, Ditch the mask.
I mean, it's good to have a
What?
Listen,
I mean, sure, why not?
Ease
Looks
your
like
mind. I'm from Oberhaven.
They look like travelers.
you have a cart there?
Yeah. Beats walking.
Beats walking. It does.
You look at the cart. It looks like someone's trying to steal the front wheel to it.
What?
Hey!
Hey, asshole! No.
Run. Just immediately run.
The
The cart.
You're gonna chase after.
You want to chase after them?
Yeah.
All right. You begin to sprint after this individual. As they start running, go ahead and give me a dex check.
It's also just a scam, but I'll chase him to an extent.
Okay.
Chase him like an unnecessary amount.
Dex check, like just straight roll.
Yeah.
Or,
Just
okay.
like for running.
Fucking. God damn it, 9.
9. You kind of far behind him, and like sprinting after him, aren't able to keep up with this sort of like rugged, seemingly elvish individual as they're kind of sprinting back past. As you kind of catch your breath for a moment, you look up and just immediately see these flashing, glaring, ethereal lights of the gambling district. You see the sign once again, directly kind of pointing towards the mouth of the gambling district, once again advertising the Twisted Opal, but in surprisingly better shape. Looks like it was fixed up. You now read the full thing, which reads, "Come see Ludwig Brass at the Twisted Opal."
Let's fucking go! Let's go!
Ludwig.
You recognize that name?
I'm gonna run back and be like, Dater, pick him up and run.
Oh,
Where are they going?
where are we going?
That's a good question. Oh, I'm so
Can I like, hi! And just like see if you stop. Where are you going?
I'll be right back. Hold on. This is important to us.
I'm gonna get on the cart and
What?
decide to
Why are you
follow.
carrying?
Hold on.
You want on the cart?
Are you going in the car?
I'm gonna follow them.
I guess, yeah.
You
Alright.
hop
I hope
into
they're
like
not
the.
going
Are you
where I
both
think
like
they're
sitting in the
going.
bench seat?
Yeah.
Two
yeah.
big guys, just like shoulder to shoulder.
So,
So,
So, nice.
you're Kazakhs?
Correct. Yeah, Kaviks.
Kazakhs, yeah.
Cosmics, the league champion.
Just like trying to like.
So, trying to become a paladin, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Working on it.
Cool. Okay.
So you're a guide of sorts.
Yeah, I've been here many years.
Many?
Since like the war started.
The war.
Oh, that's like the first one. Only 80 years ago.
Okay.
He looks pretty damn good.
You
Like,
must know your way.
Mm-hmm. Mostly traveled by boat.
there's a boat in the back. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot about the
So there's a boat in the back, and like sitting there, like how? What is Vane still carving into the goddamn side of the fucking carriage?
I'm giving you permission to if you want to.
You see a hunched over.
I see.
fucking
Oh,
cloak.
boat. Ah!
That's her friend E. She has a skin condition.
Oh.
It's not contagious.
Brutal. Just kind of turns back forward, like.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, so.
fucking
Good
god.
for Hill. Dude,
Right.
you need to be carried. Like, no, I meant like.
So you are being carried, and immediately
What?
you see the sign.
Read.
Stop.
Read.
Right. I look.
Come see Ludwig Brass in the Twisted Opal.
way. Yeah.
Do,
Wait.
are we there yet?
Yeah, you easily you've caught up.
I'm confused too.
We're like right under.
I like walk around in front of everyone like no, you don't want to go in there.
Dude, but we know
We
Ludwig.
know him.
Like, okay, listen.
I'm just saying it doesn't
He's
really
from-
matter who you
He's from
know.
Oberhaven. He can help. Listen,
I don't
I
think
knew
so.
him when he was a little kid.
Well, he's in the gambling
What
district.
does that mean?
What does it mean?
Listen, last time I came
This
here-
is a hive of scum and villainy. You know what kind of currency they're using these days?
No.
Children.
What?
Oh, what the heck?
They're animals. You don't want to go in there.
Says the lion man. I love that.
Oh, that's
They're animals.
That's disgusting. What the hell?
Yes, but what's it? Maybe we can find out why. With Ludwig. Listen, he is.
It's 80 years.
All right, listen.
Asshole.
We can go in, but stick with me.
Okay.
I'll stick by the car.
And watch your pockets.
Oh my.
Y'all want to leave your money here?
And then I just like pick up my hammer and just catch it in both hands and just start walking in.
You're strapped as you're gonna walk in.
Nope, I'm just gonna stay by the car.
Yeah, we
Gotcha.
stroll in.
There's no one turns
Stroll to destroy.
You follow the signs towards this black spheric mass of a building, this round, curved, carved slab of stone that resembles an opal. You kind of also see this light kind of moving from side to side on the top of the dome that resembles that of an eye, as it's watching. People enter in optimistically, ready for a new opportunity or some form of entertainment,
Money.
or leaving in disappointment and ruin. Kind of here outside of the building, this small, young lad, probably like 12 or 13, standing on top of a crate, common clothes, but like very nice hat, very nice handkerchief around his neck. Come on, come see Ludwig Brass at the Twisted Opal, last show ever, before he goes into retirement, or possibly dies. You'll never know. Find out tonight. I hear he's getting older. Right here, Twisted Opal.
I mean,
Well,
it's his last show ever.
his last show.
All right, listen.
Fuck. I think it's assassinated.
This place can do things to your mind, make you think one thing when it's another. I mean it when I say keep your eyes peeled. And keep your wits about you, would you?
I'm sorry, we didn't introduce myself. My name is Dita, by the way.
Well, nice to meet you, Dieter. I'm Locked.
Your hand, like, is a baby hand in this fucking paw.
It's like two. Just like.
And it's so soft and silky.
Maybelline. He's dumb.
The little toe beans. His claws are retracted. Oh my god. As you, so you're entering. Who's entering and who's once again saying? You're all welcome to, do.
I want to
enter.
Are
you staying?
I'm going in front.
Staying, and Vane, are you entering or staying? You do have a mask now, which is pretty fire.
Vane is gonna remain silent and buy the cart.
Okay, you're gonna hop out of the cart. Gotcha. This is the first time you can finally stretch your legs, kind of stretch your back out, and you're looking at like these blindingly bright lights of flourishing color, just people moving in and out. It's a swarm. It is an absolute hive, as Locked had said. The three of you enter, and just packed individuals gambling at tables, playing various sorts of card games, various hand games. Some games are a bit more barbaric. There's a sign that just says "Dodge the knife," where a man has like their hand on the table and just kind of like, come on, and dodge the, ow! And the knife just right into his palm as he pulls back. Just, damn!
Is his hand split too?
Yep. It's like limply hanging. Exactly. You hear kind of over across another table, Yahtzee! As more people are just playing and gambling.
Fucking Yahtzee! Let's go.
Locked is just leading the.
Yeah, I hope
God, I hate this place.
The venue is very disappointing as you see like a corner bar and like a tiny menial stage set up across the side. On the stage, seemingly like in the middle of a performance, is this older tortoise gentleman.
Yes.
A rounded hat on his head with wiry bifocals rested on the bridge of his pointed nose. A trumpet in his mouth as he's playing. You see, like, he's got this nice sweater vest on with no, like, with short sleeves. It's like fine tweed, if anything. He's very formal and sharp, and he's playing. Not many people are really watching, unfortunately, but like those who are very enthralled by his music. At one point, he just kind of takes his hands and swings his hips from side to side as seemingly the trumpet plays on its own. You see like the little plungers going into it as he doesn't even need to press down on them.
Magic man.
What the fuck? He's cheating. I knew Ludwig was gonna be something. That's fantastic.
We will be not now or late now?
Holy shit. In his performance, his eyes shut for a moment. He kind of turns, almost like someone taps him on the shoulder. And it goes. He stops playing. He opens his eyes a bit. No.
Ludwig.
I'm sorry, everybody, but I don't believe my eyes. He takes his hat off and puts it to his chest. Dieter Urenmacher.
Oh shit, I mean...
He hops off the
Ludwig?
stage.
You're fucking gross.
Savant! He runs to you, arms full bear hug around you, and you just hear him like start breaking down a bit, tears flooding down his face. You both look so young. It's you though, right? It's you, and he's wiping the tears. Oh. If my father could be here, he'd. Oh.
Fuck, don't
But you, he reaches, just a minute, he walks over to the side, he opens up his bag. My dad, before he left, he said you made something for me. Pulls out a very familiar instrument
No, stop.
that you carved for him.
Savant is tearing up.
After all this time, you said you'd find them. There you both are. I knew it. Every time that rabbit kept saying, that no good Urenmacher. You know what I did? I threw a rock right at his window. Do you have any idea how many times you had to fix that?
As much as I appreciate that.
I know. I should have thrown two, but I only had one good arm.
I was too busy running away with my little wooden flute and just running on my... letting everyone know that you guys were something else.
It's so good to see you.
I know.
What have you been doing this whole time? I'm so glad.
What do you think? I've been playing. I've been getting around. I've traveled all across this place. I heard that you were getting around too. I was hoping that if you were still kicking, we could maybe meet up, but now here you are. What are the chances?
What are the chances?
This is amazing. This is...
I don't know what to say.
I'm...
Ludwig, it is so good to see you.
Ludwig, it's a long story how I ended up here.
I absolutely... Hey, I'll play a song if you tell the story. I mean that. I have to know. I need to know where you went. I mean, people were saying things like you just up and... or you died? No body? No...
Yeah, someone told me.
Oh.
It's very rude. Apparently I'm in fucking textbooks. I'm the Craxian cowboy.
Have you been home yet?
9.
Have you seen Anya?
9. What do you mean Anya? Have you seen Anya?
I mean, I haven't been back for months. I mean, I have my dad's townhouse that, I inherited that I just visit whenever I'm in the area, but, yeah, I saw Anya recently, maybe a few months ago, but,
Anya! That's fantastic news.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I'll be honest with you, this is my last show. People are saying like, oh, he's just gonna drop into a shell. I mean, I will play all night long, but I mean, at some point or another, you gotta come home, right?
You got to go home. Ludwig, I will tell you my story after your show.
Oh no, I mean, look, that guy back there. Look, that guy passed out, completely asleep, and you see like a Goliath just...
Maybe he's had a rough night. It is pretty late.
Oh, look at the glasses by his feet. There's like 8 fucking bottles by his feet.
Rough night.
Rough night, right? There's no 9. Now, I mean, how are you getting? Are you walking all the way back to Oberhaven?
No, we.
Oh, you're gonna. Right, this time don't make it 80 years. I mean, maybe a couple of days, but he hugs you again, just... yeah, he lifts you up, just swinging your legs. Yeah.
Anyways, we have a cart and a horse. We were going to ride our way up there.
Now, you could say no, but would you be willing to help an old man across the street?
Ludwig. You are not an old man. I am an old man. You...
How old are you?
Oh, 100... Well, I guess technically 130 something.
Nonsense. 130 something's like the new 50, okay? You know how old I am?
No.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
Well, you were only about Anya's age when I disappeared somewhere else. Around 90 something?
92! There it is. 92. It's the fun. How old are you? I mean, when
that was a great question.
You got there.
I don't even know at this point.
Did you also... But, like, people said they saw you. They saw this man.
I was around.
Riding... Yeah, you would just vanish. Around, but you would pop up. That's incredible. That is incredible. And, who's that guy? Oh, wait. Are you... Golden Fold. I'm sorry, I'm not going... Yeah!
Loctite Golden Mane.
You get around with the Mr. Gemplate, right?
That's correct, yeah, Xavier.
Oh, the work that you two... Again, takes the hat off again. Hats off to you and the work you boys are doing. Genuinely. I mean, not many new gods come out, but... I mean, this one, this Damatar guy, I think he can make some real change.
I'm hoping so.
Here, I mean... I usually don't perform at these venues, I mean... I don't expect the likes of you around here either, but I thought, this place wasn't always like this, right? It used to be something special, and I know you guys are gonna bring it back that way, right?
We're hoping so. It's slow work, but
it's work that you're willing to do.
Right.
And I respect that. So, again, if it's no intrusion, I understand if it is. But I would love to return home with I mean, you're just going straight there. I mean, it's a straight shot from here. I mean, Did you get everything? I could help pitch in however I can. You said it's a car. I can help get whatever you need for you. What is it? A bull? A horse? What's bull? A horse? I could get you horse food. A little bit of horsey food for the little guy. It'll be great. I'm already packed. I'm always on the road. Just, if that's alright. If not, I understand. Wait, I'm offering to buy food. You're made of money. I don't even get it. I'll still pitch in. It's about helping out, right? All the work and all the money.
Do you want to talk to the others?
Bob?
Him coming with?
Sure.
Okay. We will be right back.
Oh, please. By all means, take as much as you. An explosion, quite literally, echoes from the wall behind all of you. As you just. As through this gaping, smoking hole in the wall, you see 3 individuals. One smaller, familiar rodent with a black eye.
Nice.
One leaner, weasel-like individual, slicked black fur with like an oily midsection, with some form of like explosive in their hand. And the middle one, this wide-set, beaver-like individual with overalls.
Vincent Martello kicking your ass.
And a sort of tankard of fuel on their back. In their hands, they have some sort of funnel for it as they hold it together. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard you were looking for some entertainment. Now, on behalf of the Bartellos and, cleaning this place up, I'm Geistro.
Damn it.
Who's ready to get fired up? And with that, we're going to end tonight's session there.
Oh!
No way.
We're back, boys.